Won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we are. For your boy. For your boy. Hustle for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your wah 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 wah. Lift it up.
Girl, I thought it was the long intro. How y'all doing? Happy Tuesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday. How are you guys? It is Tuesday. I hope y'all are doing well. Come on in. Welcome to the morning Joce. Come on in. Shout out to everybody in the building. We are here. This is the morning Joce. We do this Monday through Friday. Make sure y'all pull up, pull over, and pop out. You see what I'm saying? So we can get this information out here. Y'all, we got a lot to discuss today. But before we get into that, I want to first welcome everybody in. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Like I said, go ahead and like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll know when I upload and or go live, which will be more this week in the next 2 weeks than any other. We'll get into that in a second. But either way, y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's get the people around here knowing we Jocin', okay? So make sure y'all share the content as well. Also, y'all already know what it is. Morning announcement goes as follows. Black America, it is imperative that you do your genealogy. Please do your genealogy. It is more important now than any other time. You know, it's crazy because I remember being one of the first people. I ain't gonna say I was the first, but I was one of the first ones that I seen in my sector talking about the Cabbage Patch Kids and the clones. Well, turns out the clears have come out and said straight out of their mouths that 80% of the clears are cloned, orphan trained, Cabbage Patch Kids. And I want to say I told y'all niggas. But before we get into that, the point is, Black America, you are one of the only real people out here. I'm not saying we the only people who are real in 100%, but you are the oldest and the realest. And the only way for you to know that is for you to do your genealogy. So please, Black America, do your genealogy. Also, ground, meditate, and pray. Y'all, please ground, meditate, and pray. We are in heavy spiritual warfare, and we need to be grounded, meditating, and praying. I'm not telling y'all nothing I don't do every single day, okay? I'm not gonna lie. A couple of days, I will say in the last 6 months, maybe 1 or 2 days, maybe 2 days, I hadn't been able to do it due to unforeseen circumstances like flights and stuff. But other than that, y'all need to be grounding, meditating, and praying. I pray every day, but grounding and meditating if you can. Y'all need to be doing it every day. I'm not telling y'all to do nothing that I'm not doing. And I'm not telling you to do something that don't give you benefit because I'm reaping the benefits of it. So please ground, meditate, and pray, okay? So we got that out of the way. What else we got to discuss? Also, Black America, please, if you would like to support the doll, hit that link, voodoodolltvshop.com. I forgot the name of my website, but I have a website called voodoodolltvshop.com. If you guys want to support the doll, go ahead on over there and shop with the doll. You see what I'm saying? Get you a little something, buy something for somebody. You see what I'm saying? Support the doll. But anyway, welcome on in, and we got a show today. Now, first and foremost, I want to start off by saying I had a download that told me, hey, Voo girl, get up here and talk about the orphan trains and talk about the clones. And I did. I did Educational Fridays on both clones and on the orphan train and the Cabbage Patch Kids for that matter. If anybody who be on Educational Friday, you know I ain't lying. I got the clip circling around social media to prove it. Well, this clear man just came out and said that 80%, not 60, not 70. How my boy Teddy said, not 70-40, not 60-30. We talking about a 80-20 clone. 80% of the clears that you walk amongst are clones. Now, I said it first. I was about to lie and say I didn't say it, but I said it one of the first people that I heard. You see what I'm saying? Now, the clear people that came out and said it, and y'all already know what time it is, right? You know what I'm about to say after that.
I told y'all niggas. I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all niggas.
I mean, I don't even, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not humble. No, I'm not about to sit back and be like, oh, I said it, but I ain't gonna act like it. No. That don't go like that. I'm gonna come on here every time I'm right, and I'm gonna play the little girl, just like this. That's why I clipped her, just like I clipped her for a reason. Every time I'm right, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do this.
I told y'all niggas. I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all niggas.
We gonna get into it. Oh, but Voodoo, you're not humble, not. Because you niggas need to start listening when I'm out here talking. I ain't just talking to have words come out my mouth. When I'm speaking around here, I'm trying to get y'all the real tea now. So yeah, I'm gonna put the little girl up there. You're damn right. I'm gonna put the little girl up there. So yeah, we gonna get into that. Yeah, the man came out and said 80% of the clears that we walk amongst are clones. Now I want to add this to y'all. It's not just the clears. Remember, the Cabbage Patch Kids came in all races. It's not just the clears. Now, he's going to talk about the clears, but I've been telling y'all them Nigerians ain't real. I've been telling y'all the Mexicans ain't real. Hell, I don't even think the Native Americans are real. Let's be honest. Who else? The Ghana people I don't think is real. Them Arabs ain't real. Them Red Dot Indians, they not real. It's so many people. You know, I remember telling my daughter when we was on vacation that Nigerians wasn't real. And she looked at me like I was growing 3 heads. And I told her, I said, it's going to come out. It's going to come out. It's going to come out. Anyway, we going to get into it. Then they're not real. Yes, they're real in the sense of they're people. They have human bodies. But they are not real people like you are and me are. Okay? So we going to get into that. We got to get into the Cabbage Patch Kids, the clones. We also got to get into older cars. So apparently the industry is now not making older car parts to force people to buy new cars so they can shut it down and control you and put you in like Leave the World Behind and crash the car and stuff like that. So we're going to get into that. We also got to get into Asian culture vultures. You know, I've talked to y'all about the Asians and how they steal from us, but we don't know it because they keep it over there. Yeah. See, the Asians, they watch our culture and then they just perpetuate it to each other. They don't make it no global nothing. They just perpetuate it to each other and they make millions and billions and trillions of dollars off of it sometimes. We're going to get into a little Asian girl who's telling y'all what I've been saying since the beginning. We also got to get into Ghana with this return home. Oh, this is your sister. We are sorry, Black Americans. Please come back home to Ghana, bitch, please. You Cabbage Patch Kids could never. We gonna get into Ghana telling Black Americans come back on home to Africa. And I wish one of you niggas would pack your bags and carry your ass down there. We gonna get into it. We also gotta get into Boosie. The lawyer and the footage done came out and I was right. They trying to frame Boosie. And y'all know I'm not a fan of Boosie, but right is right and wrong is wrong. Them niggas trying to frame Boosie and we gonna get into it. And then we got to get into what I wrote down about kids. Something with y'all badass churn. I just wrote down kids. We'll get to it. You know, and y'all children don't have to be bad specifically. I'm not talking about your children. I think all children are bad. They don't even have to do nothing. As soon as I see them, I just look at them badass children. You see what I'm saying? So something about y'all badass kids. We gonna get into that too. So come on in, get the likes up on the video, and we got a few things to discuss. Let me read a few super chats. Hold on. Brinley, thank you, beautiful, so much for the super chat. Thank you. And I hope you're having a wonderful day, my love. Thank you for the super chat. And thank you again. She says, y'all, it's my birthday. I had a wine chilling AC number 32. Well, happy birthday, fat. Matter of fact, let me play the birthday song for you. Happy birthday, Brinley. Y'all drop some cakes in the chat for my girl, Brinley. It's her birthday. You know, she gonna be an entrepreneur. Yeah, she gonna open up something for Black people, and we need to celebrate her now before we get to that point. You see what I'm saying? So y'all drop some cakes in the chat for Bryn Lee. Bryn Lee is turned 35, girl. Have fun, turn up, enjoy the rest of your days and all of that stuff. And y'all drop the cakes. Happy birthday, beautiful.
To you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Bryn Lee, and thank you so much for all your support, honey. Happy birthday, beautiful. Y'all get the likes up on the video, and happy birthday to everybody else. Will we in them Gemini seasons? Lord, these crazy people. Lord, the Geminis. Lord, every time they go crazy, they get the hollering. Oh, because I'm a Gemini. Girl, go lay down. You and the twin go lay down. You see what I'm saying? We in them crazy. Is this Gemini season, y'all? I think we in Gemini season, Lord. The crazy people coming, and they coming to blame everything on being a Gemini. So y'all prepare yourselves accordingly. Here they come. They harmless. It's just that every time they get caught up, they say, oh, because I'm a Gemini. You see what I'm saying? Y'all, I'm not lying. Y'all know I'm not lying. Here they come with the ignorance and the craziness and trying to blame it on being a twin. Girl, you and the twin, all the Geminis, y'all and y'all twin, go lay down. Please. But we already know y'all up, and we all know y'all ain't about to go nowhere for the next 30 days. So happy Gemini season, child. Happy Gemini season to all of the crazy people that like to blame it on being a Gemini, girl. One thing about them Geminis, they do the most off-the-wall shit and be like, well, you know I'm a Gemini. Girl, go late. Well, you know, I normally wouldn't have, but I'm a Gemini. Girl, go lay down, girl. Shout out to the Gemini. Shout out to y'all crazy tail selves. Y'all is crazy, girl. But shout out to y'all, and happy birthday to all of y'all, too. Happy birthday. Now, where was I? Hold on. I want to make sure I didn't miss. Okay, we passed Bryn Lee. Belinda, thank you so much for being a member for 26 months. Says, thank you so much for your help for Acorns. We love you. Oh, I love y'all back. That's why I do it. Thank you so much. This is my mission. This is what I'm sitting here to do. So I'm doing it to the best of my abilities. And thank y'all for being a listening ear. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Lashes Pure Organic, thank you so much for being a member for 20 months. Says, good morning, Queen Voodoo. I did my genealogy. Yay! And I hope y'all out there doing y'all genealogy too. Y'all need to do your genealogy. Get like Lashes Pure Organic and do your genealogy, okay? I'm so excited for you. Let us know what you find, Fat, because you know we love coming up here telling everybody what we found in our treasure hunts. So please, your genealogy is just like a treasure hunt. You're going to find some stuff. You're going to be like, oh, snap. Come let us know what you find, Fat, if you want to share. Thank you, Lashes Pure Organic, for being a member for 20 months. Belinda, thank you so much for the super chat. Says she told us Acorns. Yes, I did. I be on here talking, girl. I don't be talking for no reason now. At any rate, moving on. Thank you so much, Belinda. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hate this setup. Okay, here we go. All right, Simply Monique 85, thank you for the super chat. Says, love the earrings, boo. Also, y'all be careful of these Nigerian scammers. There's a new scam where there are hidden accounts on Angie. Wow. I had to get my FBI auntie on their ass. Don't do us Geminis. Shout out to the Geminis. You know I love y'all, girl. But you're right. Wait, I didn't hear about the Nigerian scamming on Angie. What's Angie? There's a new scam where there are hidden accounts on. Girl, what is Angie? What is that? Oh, Lord, y'all hide your social security numbers. They say they outside scamming and whatnot. I didn't say it. The other people said it. Hide your social security numbers now. Thank you, Simply Monique. And Brizzy Creations Videos, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, it's my son's birthday too. Number 24. Happy birthday to my nephew. Tell my nephew I say happy birthday, okay? Niggas say forever scamming. Y'all already know. They Cabbage Patch Kids. They can't help it. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, they say Angie's List. It's Angie's List. Thank you so much for the super chat again from Brent Lee. She says, chill, Miss Vu. It's my birthday. I know, my bad. Happy birthday, Brent Lee. Happy birthday, beautiful. Thank you. My bad. I'm going to talk about it after we get out of Gemini. No, I'm going to talk about it tomorrow because y'all is crazy. I'm gonna let y'all live for the day because it's your birthday, Brent Lee. But tomorrow we gotta discuss how crazy the Gemini people is because y'all is crazy. Okay. Anyways, come on in. Let's get into the show, y'all. Come on in. Now, before we get into Boosie being vindicated, not really vindicated, because they about to kill his ass. They trying to get Boosie up out of here. I've been told y'all that. I've been said it. I know what I said. I was there when I said it. They want Boosie up out the paint. Yes, they want him up out of here. But we gonna get into it. I'm telling you. All right, now, I have this honorable mention. Remember I showed y'all that Dean the Great, who be over there with Antonio Brown. Remember I told y'all that he is one of the new sponsors for the streaming. Well, let's get into a little bit of backstory. I told y'all the orange juice people, or the Jews, they are the people who own streaming services. They are the same people who came and took over hip hop and put us in the position we're in. Matter of fact, they are the same people who was over there in Martin Luther King's ear when he marched our crazy ass up to the top of the mountain and took all our shit. I got to make that part very clear now. Now that we got that out of the way, these people have graduated to the streaming world, and what they are doing is enlisting the help of Negroes. Young, broke, poor, thirsty Negroes who want to be rich. So what they do is they go get the Charleston Whites and now the Dean the Greats, and they use those people as poster boards for everybody. See, the reason why Dean the Great and AB has been so viral these last few days or these last few months or whatever is that was advertisement. You see what I'm saying? That was advertisement not only for the platform, but for people who are content creators. Not for anybody, though. For us. Negroes. That's why they don't have two clears on there going crazy. They got two Negroes. So anyway, they use AB and Dean the Great as kind of like a test run, and it worked flawlessly. Kick is probably up just because of them, and now Dean the Great is going to be the guy. He's going to be the go-between. He's the new Charleston White. I think Charleston is over there with Aiden and them. Is they on Kick too? I know they on a streaming service. But either way, Dean the Great is another one that they're enlisting to go and gather all these Negroes. Now, let me tell y'all something. Kick and all these other streaming services, just like YouTube, pay really well. I'm not taking that away from you. But what I'm telling you is when you peel back the layers of the good pay, what you're not understanding is they're paying you less than pennies on the dollar so that they can make the majority of the money, so that they can take the white content creators and all these other ones that they love and push them up in the algorithm and push them through the streaming services so that they can make way, way more money than you. But yet you do the work for pennies and get the people to come over there. It's the same thing that happens on YouTube. Black Americans specifically, Black American content creators are what drives the traffic to YouTube. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Even if you're another content creator, most of them are copying off of us. I'm going to say it one more time. Even if you're another content creator, most of them are copying off of Black Americans. But they get one or two of us, like your Tasha K's or whatever, let them make 1 million subscribers, while the rest of us scrape and scratch and borrow to make it to the top, hoping that we make this 1 million subscribers, which we're probably not. 99%, we're probably never going to do that. But they dangle the Tasha K carrot, and I'm only using her as an example. They dangle one or two of them in front of you so that you can believe that this is a viable situation. And let me tell you something, just like Kick in YouTube, once they get us all out of the workforce, they're going to get to paying us less than pennies on YouTube, less than what we're getting paid now. It's coming. It's coming. They're using us, Black America, like I said, to build these platforms for everybody else to come and reap the benefit. And they're going to pay us a lot of money to us because we're poor. But the fact of the matter is less than pennies on the penny of the dollar. And then we're going to make the platforms big. So that's what Dean the Great and AB was. Okay. Now, since they've been successful, how many other people want to get on? I just saw a video with AB talking about his first kick check was $100,000. That's in 30 days. That's a lot of money. So how many other people want to get on? Well, we know they're going to send them out to recruit more people. And one of those people who are already thirsty to get on is Big Meech. Remember, he used to be a big time drug dealer. He hadn't touched that type of money in years, especially legally. He's over there saying the prayer to God, God, I seen what you do for AB. Can you do it for me? So now remember I showed y'all the video of him over there trying to get on through Kick. I want to say Dean was on the phone with Aiden Ross when he was talking, but he was trying to get on through Kick. This is there. I'm showing y'all another video, I'm sorry, of an extended portion of this conversation, but I don't want you to look at this at face value. Look at it for what it really is. Dean is the recruiter, and they're going to get as many Black American content creators over to Kick, just like over here on YouTube. And we're going to be the workforce, the driving force to get everybody to come. And then the Clears and the Asians and everybody else who come copy, they'll copy our content. They'll get pushed through the algorithm while we continue to slave at the bottom. It's like one big ass pyramid scheme. Okay. So let's get into Adrian Broner and Dean the Great talking to Big Meech and Little Meech. Now, Big Meech is extremely excited because now he sees a new opportunity to make money legally. You see what I'm saying? Because people don't understand. These streamers make munions on top of munions. It's just I'm not willing to sacrifice my privacy for it, so I can't do it. You see what I'm saying? I don't want money that bad. But anyway, let's get into the video, y'all. And Adrian Broner is talking to Big Meech and Little Meech. They're gonna mention a little bit about the 50 Cent beef. They claim that it's not that they're not beefing, but I think what I'm seeing is Big Meech and Little Meech are just super excited because they think that they're gonna have the same results as Dean the Great and Adrian Broner. Let's get into it.
You know what I'm saying? Got your drive, though. Yeah, it was my idea, though. Got your drive. He can get the credit for 50 putting him. Yeah, he get the credit for putting him in the classes. You know what I'm saying? But my idea, I'm the one saying it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's where the idea come from. He didn't look at him and say, "Oh, you look like your dad."
Yeah. Y'all think it's beefing for real?
Nah. Who the fuck said that? Beef. Who said that? I'm not a rapper. The internet said that shit. You talking about? Oh, I thought you talking about me and him.
No, I'm talking about
no. He's no.
We don't
got beef with nobody. Nah. How can I beef? I'm not a rapper. I don't getting money, man. We ain't beef. Yeah, ain't into no beef. Nah, you got your drive though. Yeah, it was my idea though. Got your drive.
So I showed y'all the video yesterday where they were already dapping up because Big Meech is already going to be on stream now on Kick. He's already, Dean the Great has already made his call into, I want to say it was Aiden Ross to get him all set up. But they were over here talking about the beef and 50 Cent. One thing he did say was 50 Cent didn't choose Lil Meech. It was his idea. And then 50 Cent put him in the acting classes. But either way, they're super excited about their newfound career. And I'm telling you now, first of all, I'm not saying they're not going to go viral or be lit. Maybe they will. But Big Meech just don't give me the kind of guy that you want to watch all day. I don't know. Anyways, at any rate, y'all look beyond the surface of this stuff. These people have elected a lot of us to be the catalyst for their demise or for our own demise. I'm sorry. Be mindful of that when y'all just watching these videos and laughing and kikiing. It's so much more behind the things that y'all see on social media. Okay. Now we're going to move on. Y'all. Get the likes up on the video, please. And thank you. Get the likes up on the video. Oh, that's what I wrote down for them kids. This lady who was wigging out. We're going to get to her first. But hold on. Jasmine Sullivan. Now, I was trying to see if her voice was still working because she lost all that weight. Here go Jasmine Sullivan. I ain't going to lie. I don't know how I feel about this. Y'all, look at Jasmine Sullivan on stage. Sorry, y'all.
Joce, you for having me, man. We don't do it like this, y'all. If I had you back in my world, I would prove that I could be that girl. You do let me take it.
Well, I will say this. The voice still works. The voice still works. It don't have the heaviness on it, but it works. But I don't like the way she look. I think she's too thin. Now, I'm not trying to body shame her before y'all get y'all ugly ass on here. Oh, you just trying to, I just think she looks too thin. I just do. That's just me. But I'm not her body. I'm here to celebrate whatever she got. I just feel like, for me, it's a huge, drastic change. But ultimately, she don't look as good on here than she did on that picture. I don't know. And it's giving Ozempic. It's giving Ozempic. It's giving Ozempic. Ozempic body parts. That's what it's giving. Ozempic. And I said it. Yeah. But I don't know. Congratulations, girl. And she sound all right. She don't sound bad. I couldn't really tell. It's hard to hear live with the music playing in the background and all of that. But Jasmine Sullivan, girl, just on that stage, I ain't gonna say in real life, but on that stage, girl, you looked so bad. Let's move on. I had to say that part. Jasmine looked tired and through. And if y'all think I'm lying, look at Jasmine. Jasmine looked tired with bleach, bitch. Jasmine looked Tide Pods. Come on now. Y'all know we be thinking it. Y'all just don't want to type it on the internet. She looked tired with bleach. She do. She looked exhausted. You know what I mean? Let's move on. They say her mama had cancer. She went on a vegan diet before she passed. Y'all, all right. All right. Y'all gonna leave that vegan shit alone too. Y'all want to just run around here eating bread. Wait, what the vegans eat? What y'all eat? Lettuce, bitch? Grass? Y'all want to go around here just eating bread and grass? Good. Keep fucking around. Girl, that ain't no vegan diet. That is Ozempic. I know what I'm looking at, girl. Oh, vegan diet my ass. Keep eating that grass. Go ahead on. Nigga said, keep eating that grass. Y'all gonna pass out. Yeah, keep on. Keep eating grass and you niggas gonna pass out. That's all I got for you. I seen one vegan nigga that was fat. And that I still haven't quite picked up on yet. But I did meet one nigga who was vegan. He used to like me and he was fat. Now the nigga want to flip it around and tell me when I was eating bacon one morning, we went to Waffle House because he didn't even want to eat. Oh, you eating bacon? And was looking at me sideways. And I'm like, but nigga, you fat. The fuck? Like, huh? Girl, you better watch me eat this swine and leave me the fuck alone, nigga. Yeah, I'ma eat this pig. You damn right I'ma eat it. Yeah. He was just a fat little chubby. He wasn't fat. He was chubby. Very, very chubby. And was judging me for eating these 3 strips of bacon. Boy, you better stop acting crazy before I order another set. Yeah, I'ma eat this pork. You damn right I'ma put this pig down my throat. You motherfucking right. Girl, the vegan people be getting on my nerves. Girl, they get to eating that grass and get to acting crazy. Look, they get to eating that grass and get to acting crazy. Oh, no, baby. Oh, no. Just because you around here eating grass like a hearse don't mean that you get to judge me, bitch. Let me chew this bacon down to the ground. Certain meals have to have bacon, like breakfast. I'm sorry. I don't eat a lot of pork. No, I'm not over here swallowing and chomping down pork chops. But certain meals have to have bacon. And for me, breakfast is one of them. Say what I said. Said what I said. Put the pork on my fork. I'm not from New York. I don't know how y'all do it. Oh, no swine, no pork on my fork. That ain't where I'm from. The South. We eat the whole pig. Bitch, pig lips, pig feet, pig nose, pig ass. I don't eat the intestines. I ain't never had no chitlins, but the outside of the pig, we gonna burl it and we gonna eat it. We put it in our red beans. We put it in everything. And our gum. The pig is coming, is what I'm saying, okay? Anyways, because I'm saying them vegan people get to eating that grass, and I don't know. Something go wrong. Something in the head start. Something in their head get acting crazy. They go to putting their nose up at you. Ooh, you eating that? Yes! Yay! I'm eating it. Yay! The fuck? Yeah, I'm eating it. Looking at me because I want to slide this bacon down my throat. You better look away, nigga. You better look away. You should start. Get your fat ass from by me, boy. He was cute, though. He was real cute. Now, let's get into Boosie. Let's get into Boosie, boo. So remember I told y'all yesterday they wanted to say that Boosie hit a security guard in the back of the head with a hookah. So y'all might have not been here. Some of y'all might have not been here. So what happened was yesterday they had put out a news clip that said that Boosie got to go to court because apparently Boosie was in a club somewhere in Texas. I don't know if it was Beaumont, somewhere in Texas. And they say Boosie and his entourage got into it with the security guard. And according to the security guard, Boosie took a glass hookah and popped the other security guard in the back of the head. Now, I told y'all I don't believe it for two reasons. Number one, I don't think Boosie's diabetic arms is strong enough to pop nobody in the back of the head with nothing. And then number two, I didn't believe it because, first of all, where was your antennas when the other security guard was getting popped in the back of the head? Nothing of it just made sense to me. And I came on here and I told y'all yesterday, even though I'm not a big fan of Boosie, right is right and wrong is wrong. And I don't believe that Boosie popped the man in the back of the head. I know what I said. I was there when I said it. Well, the footage is dropped of the club incident. Boosie is in fact not picking up his diabetic arms to hit nobody in the head with no hookahs. On top of that, we have the lawyer, because Boosie went to court. The attorney came out and spoke on this, and we're going to get into it. Because I don't know. And again, when Boosie messed up, I'm here to drag him. But when he not messed up, I'm here to say what's right and wrong. And I don't think, now, do I think they're going to get Boosie out of his money? Yes. Because Boosie is under attack. The state of Louisiana hates Boosie. And anybody who's from Louisiana know that Louisiana's first cousin is Texas on the mama side. Yeah. Anybody from Louisiana knows, especially South Texas. What's that? Southeast Texas? Up there by that's close to Shreveport. That's in Louisiana. Beaumont, Houston, anybody who know from Louisiana know that Texas is Louisiana's first cousin on the mama side. What do I mean by that? Meaning if you got beef or trouble in Louisiana, Texas don't mind picking up the slack for Louisiana and getting you too. Said what I said, okay? And if you're not from down there, you don't understand. You know, all states are like that. I've heard people from Chicago say, like, St. Louis is the next thing. Or, you know, people from New York say the next city. We all got first cousin cities, or first cousin states at least. And I would say for Louisiana, that southeast region of Texas is our first cousin on our mama side. So him getting caught up in Beaumont is no different from him getting caught up in Louisiana. They all work in tandem, allegedly. Together, allegedly. You see what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I want to play the footage of what actually happened in the club. It looks like a guy that's with Boosie is the one who threw the hookah, but Boosie is not seen throwing anything. And then we're going to get into what his lawyer had to say. Y'all get the likes up on the video. It says, this is interesting. There's new footage of the incident Boosie is in the hot seat for. It says, we previously reported that the rapper is facing aggravated assault charges after allegedly hitting a security guard at Privilege nightclub in Houston with a glass hookah. It says it started when a woman attempted to use a restroom and the guard informed her that it was closed and told her she had to leave. The guards were allegedly attempting to help the woman pick up her belongings after arguing when she was struck over. No, when he, the security, was struck over the head. Now, the footage doesn't pan to Boosie until after the hookah shattered, but it does give a look at what's going on. Witnesses, including another security guard, confirmed seeing Boosie with the broken hookah base and yelling during the altercation, identifying him by his stage name. Boosie took to Instagram Monday after court with the video speaking on the situation. He says it's all a money grab and revealed that the security guard is a convicted felon and did 18 years in prison for aggravated armed robbery with a deadly weapon. Now, how is y'all hiring ex-cons to be security? He also claims the guard was caught smuggling women at the border. Oh my God. Boosie, why is you snitching on these people? But keep talking. Let's get into the incident, y'all.
Stop. Hey, security. Handle that.
So as you can see, let me turn the volume off. The fat boy that's standing next to Boosie, I don't know if a hookah was thrown before that, but you can see him throwing one after. Now, Boosie is right here next to him. And see, Boosie, this why your ass be getting in trouble. Because, see, you want to bring the niggas that's with the ignorant shit. You too old for this, Boosie. You need to stop being in the club with ignorant niggas willing to fight. That shit played out, bro. You 50 years old, bro. I'm 43. Boosie got to be almost 50. You got to leave that alone, bro. You're at least 45. You out in the club with... Why is you in the club? That's how you pay his money. I forgot. But you got to go to the club, do your set, and leave, Boosie. You have to do that. Now, Boosie done came out and spoke on it. Let's get into what he got to say, Lord.
Hey, to all my family and fans, man, I'm okay, bro. I'm all right. It's basically a money grab, man. It's a money grab, bro. This is what you go through as an entertainer.
Who said Boosie 43? Boosie and me is not the same age. If we is, I didn't know it. When he made 43. Girl, Boosie is not my age. Boosie gotta be older than me. Child.
The facts of the case have come out. I mean, we in court now. This is a money grab, man. This guy wasn't even supposed to be a security in the first place, man. This nigga done 18 years for aggravated armed robbery with a deadly weapon. He just got caught at the border a couple years back, smuggling women out the country and in the country.
This constitutes as snitching. Why is Boosie on here putting down this man criminal history? Boosie snitching.
Just got off federal paper. So, man, it's shit a money grab, bro. You know, when I first found out about the warrant a couple days ago, I contacted my PO. I let them know what was going on. But to all my fans, all my family, you know, I ain't even tell my family about this. This was going on, you know. I'm all right, though, man. It's just life. Life be lifing, bro. Life be lifing, man. But, you know, God got me, bro. So that's what it is. My next court date at the end of September up for this. So, it is what it is, though, but I'm all right, man. To all my fans, all my family, I'm all right.
So this is what Boosie had to say. According to Boosie, he said he did not, in fact, pop nobody upside the head with no hookah. And you know what? Boosie don't give me that type of energy that he just running around here popping people in the back of the head with hookahs. So I believed him from the beginning. Now, do I believe that Boosie's partner was in there popping people in the back of the head with hookahs? Possibly. But still, to the security guards, to the one who was watching and was giving the doggone report, where was your antennas when the hookahs was flying? Y'all was supposed to pop these niggas pop. You see what I'm saying? Now, Boosie's attorney spoke after they went to court, and let's get into that. It says rapper Boosie Badass Torrin Hench made his appearance in a Houston courtroom following an incident at a local nightclub. His lawyer, Carl A. Moore, revealed that the defense plans to vigorously fight the charges, claiming Boosie was actually stepping in to defend another person. The state alleges that Boosie hit a security guard in the head with a hookah bottle, leading to a charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Oh, they want him down. The latest updates. Bond status. The judge sets an $85,000 walkthrough bond. What's that? Conditions. Boosie must stay away from the venue and have no contact with the complaining witnesses. Next court date, September 15th. Quote, I just would ask everyone to reserve judgment and let the case play out in the courtroom and not in the media, Moore stated. That's the lawyer. What are your thoughts on how this case is developing? Drop a comment below. Ooh, they talking about aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Boosie, they want you bad, baby. Oh, yeah. They want your head, nigga. You better stay inside, nigga. You better get the streaming like Adrian Broner and them. You better stay inside. Let's get into the lawyer.
Laws was read by the state. They alleged that Mr. Hatch hit someone in the head with a hookah bottle, a security guard at this club dome.
And what's the charge?
Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. He's doing good. So we plan to vigorously defend him and investigate the case and see where we are. We believe he was defending another person. And so we want to be able to show the state that and hopefully get this case dismissed. So today the judge set an $85,000 bond and allowed Mr. Hatch to do a walkthrough bond, which allows for him to go with a bail bonding company and make the bond. So the bond conditions are to stay away from the place where this situation occurred, as well as to not have any contact with the complaining witness in the case. And we have a new court date of September 15th. I just would ask everyone to reserve judgment and let this case play out in the courthouse, in the courtroom, and not in the media. The probable cause was read by the state. They alleged that Mr. Hatch.
Let me say this. Boosie is in a conundrum because he has to go out to make money. Boosie literally makes his money outside of his home. However, these people understand that, and that's where they're trying to catch him at, outside making his money. Ever since Boosie got into it with the state of Louisiana, for y'all who don't know, the state of Louisiana hates Boosie. That's the matter of fact. I forget what the lady's title is, but remember when he promoted that boy who got killed at Southern during that hazing incident, and the attorney general or somebody picked up the case on behalf of the family? These people want everything from Boosie. They don't want to see him make it. And honestly, I can't sit up here and say that they right or wrong. Maybe this is Boosie's karma. I don't know. But the problem Boosie is going to run into is where you need to make money to maintain your lifestyle is where they're trying to catch you at. I would say he needs to find an alternative and not go outside as much. But then again, how is he going to pay his bills? Like, yeah, Caleb Wilson, that's the young man who was killed at Southern, and Boosie used his name to promote Boosie Bash. For y'all who don't know, Boosie put the boy on his flyer for Boosie Bash, and then the attorney general down in Louisiana didn't like that, and they basically brought a case up against Boosie. It was a whole lot. Y'all had to be here. Y'all had to be there. But I'm saying all that to say, they trying to catch him where he need to go to make his money. And they're going to catch him. Houston, Beaumont, it don't matter. It's all the same. They all very tight-knit with the state of Louisiana. Most people leave New Orleans or Louisiana, they go right up there to Texas. We all got family, buku family. If you from Louisiana, we all got buku family in Texas. And if you from Texas, especially that Dallas and that Houston part, and you a Black American, all y'all got family in Louisiana. That's how it goes. You see what I'm saying? But I'm saying all that to say he's not safe in Texas either. Because it's like being in an extended part of Louisiana and them people want his head. Boosie, I don't know what you're going to do, bruh. I ain't even going to hold you. I don't know what you're going to do because you got to go outside to make the money. And that's where they're trying to catch you down bad. What I would say or suggest to Boosie is be as incognito and take as less, do not get into nothing with nobody. But even still, somehow I feel like they're going to find a way to screw him. They want everything he got. Plus, Boosie got that land up there in Georgia with a lake. How you think it make them crackers feel? Let me tell y'all something. It's not about this Jim Crow shit y'all learned in school. What you got to understand is the clear people who are here. We're going to get into the 80% who are clones. But a lot of the clear people who are here in America are jealous because they understand that you live better than them. Even in your poverty, you live better than them. This is why Black Americans have the most spending power, because we really do run it. We just mentally don't know it. We running this whole thing. We just don't know it. That's why the other people are running it while we do it and not know we doing it. Okay. And the fact of the matter is these people are jealous of the things that we are able to accomplish and do. Always been since the 50s, the 60s, and even before that. These people hate your ability to be a chameleon and to succeed when they can't. And these people see Boosie doing that as far as having his land and still having his career, and they despise that. Most of these clears that y'all think are rich are poor, very poor whites. I did a whole segment on Educational Friday about the poor whites. Y'all got to know this. Don't let the TV fool you. Most white people are poor. So when they see a Boosie, you're damn right they want his head. And honestly, I'm not interfering with that because Boosie did a lot of dirt to get where he at, Marlo Mike. A lot of people lost their lives allegedly with Boosie's tag on it. Allegedly. So with that being said, I'm not windmilling for Boosie. I'm just trying to show y'all what it is and how it's going. Now let's move on. Let's move on. Do not put Boosie in your prayers tonight. Let Boosie windmill on them crackers and let them deal with it. He's supposed to be a fed anyway. We will not be putting up no prayers tonight for no goddamn Boosie. If you're thinking about it, unthink about it. Yeah. For all y'all out here thinking about it, unthink about it. Okay? Thank you, K1820, for the super chat. Says, I've never heard about the Cabbage Patch until you. Well, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. And we're going to get into it a little bit more here on the Morning Joes. Thank you, K1820. Harlem Scholar, thank you for the super chat. Says, my daddy has been a vegan for 60 plus years, 93 with no high blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, nothing. He has a full head of hair, no wrinkles, and no pop belly. Your daddy is one of the lucky ones. Because the vegans I done seen, Harlem Scholar, them hoes look sick. Do you hear me? I seen one dude that was my baby daddy friend. That nigga went vegan and came back. I thought that nigga had AIDS. I ain't even gonna lie. I was like, man, what the fuck wrong with this nigga? You know what I'm saying? I done seen a few of them. I ain't gonna. Your daddy one of the lucky ones. Shout out to Daddy Harlem Scholar. Because some of the ones I be seeing, them niggas must be eating life and death. I don't know what. Thank you, Harlem Scholar, girl. Thank you. Because the ones I done seen, I'd be like, man, what's wrong with this nigga? He sick? This nigga sick? The fuck? What's wrong with this nigga? Why he all loose? Like, you know, it ain't even like a starving weight loss. Some of them niggas just look down and out. You see, what's wrong with this nigga? He all right? He got cancer? Let me stop. Let's move on. Because, see, I would have laughed at that. Then y'all would have said voodoo over here making fun of the people with cancer and all of that. And that is not what I'm doing. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's go ahead on and move on. Now, I seen this lady. And let me say this before we set this up. I done told y'all about this, okay? This lady on here came on here crying because her child is sending her through there. Take me through there. Take me through there. She says she been mothering her 17-year-old son and he just want to see her down and out. Now, let me just say this. I do not have a young child. My child grown. So you know what I'm saying? I can't relate to a lot of the woes and things that a lot of the parents today are going through. But I did have a young child, and I will say I'm blessed because my child is just amazing. She not she's not a humbuggish type of kid or nothing like that. So I will say that I'm one of the lucky ones. However, what I have noticed is that there are parents who literally are doing the best that they can for their kids, and the kids are giving them their ass to kiss. There are parents who deserve everything that they get. There are parents who curated this environment that they're in, but there are some parents who really ain't messed up about it. You know what I'm saying? I would share a story that I've seen personally, but I have paid attention to people with their parents, and I must say that some people just don't like their parents. Okay. It's ironic because typically the parents love the children who hate them and hate the children who love them. Have y'all ever noticed that? The one child, and this is off the subject, but typically in my age demographic, our parents, typically the one of the children that hates them, that's the ones they love and go all out for. But the one who loved them down to the ground is the one they hate the most. It's so weird. At any rate, yeah, Carlissa is the number one example. Because if you ask me, Dre might really care about his mama way more than Blueface. But it seems that Carlissa just loves Blueface. I think it comes from trauma or something. At any rate, and they be the most spoiled. You absolutely right, Miss Simply Monique. They be the most spoiled. Anyways, I saw this lady on the internet crying her heart out because her 17-year-old son, she says she's been doing everything that she can for him just to see him survive. And he's just basically not doing it. He don't want to hear it. He just want to go astray. And she's frustrated and she needs the help. I ain't gonna say she need help because she didn't say she needed help. I think she just wanted to come on here and vent. And there are a lot of parents like her. And my heart truly go out to the very few, because not all of y'all, it's a very few of y'all who really are trying your best, and these kids just don't give a damn. Now, I remember last week I was on here and I told y'all about that little boy who was around there begging, and I said I would have whooped his ass. Somebody in the comments told me that I'm the typical black mama and this, that, and the third. Let me tell y'all something, Black America. Get me up here before I get into this video. We have been sadly mistaken with the way in which we are raising our children. It's not working. What we thought was right, Black America, has not worked. It ain't gonna work, and it is not going to work because it ain't supposed to work. I do not believe in just beating on your child. That is not what I'm saying. But what happened, Black America, is when we took discipline away from our children and decided to be their friends, it literally put us in the conundrum that we are in today. And until Black America start to really think about it, when I say discipline, it don't have to necessarily mean popping your kid. I mean discipline in a whole, as a whole. We don't discipline our children at the ages of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So then when they hit puberty, at 14, 15, 16, 17, then when you want to try to implement the discipline, this is when the children give you all hell. And what I'm telling y'all is, all this gentle parenting, all of this trying to do like them clears do with their kids, it has not worked because it's not supposed to work. Y'all can continue to befriend your kids if you want, but what's going to happen is what the enemy wants. Inevitably, these children are going to start killing y'all. And they're going to get off. This is what the system is designing this whole shit to do. Y'all get so caught up in convenience and what's going to look right and feel right. A lot of my generation is scoring children because we haven't gotten over our mama popping us in the back of the head. Now we're doing something different with our children. And I'm telling you now, it's not working. You can say, video, it works for me. It works for you. Collectively, it is not working. They're setting us up for our children. They already have the reign over us. They already have, the children are already in charge of the houses. They're setting it up for your children to be able to kill you and get away with it. Watch. You niggas so caught up on not being your mom instead of realizing my mama wasn't 100% bad. Even if she was 99% bad, there's a 1% I could take from her. You niggas want to throw the baby out with the bathwater and it ain't working. Let's get into the video. I ain't gonna tongue wrestle with nobody about it because everybody feel like you can't tell them nothing about raising their children. But it's so often we see these videos and then we having these conversations. Let's get into the video of this lady. My heart goes out to her.
I'm trying to understand, why do you fight for your kids so much and then they grow up and disown you? They grow up and make it seem like it's your fault. They grow up and blame you for so much of shit. I am fighting for my son. I am fighting for my son to have a good life, good education, good standards, good world, like just good. And this boy want to be in the streets so bad. He don't want to do right in school. He don't want to do right by his siblings. Now he disrespecting me to the point where I just don't feel like fighting no more. I am tired. If it's not him, it's Joce. If it's not Joce, it's him. I am bawling my eyes out. I am so hurt right now to what I can only do is come to you guys and I don't give a fuck what y'all say about me. I am fighting for my son. He is only 17 years old. He not understanding this world is fucked up for a black person. It's fucked up for a black young boy. I let my son live life. I don't get on him about a lot of shit he do.
And that's the problem.
Only thing I ask for you to go to school.
And that is the problem. Y'all not picking up what I'm dropping off. Y'all trying to make a convenient life for these fucking children. They children. Shit ain't supposed to be convenient. You supposed to be correcting them. That's what the discipline is all about. Now he's 17 and now you want to say, oh, that's not good. Don't do that. And now this is exactly what I'm talking about. Y'all can't see it. You so busy trying to create a comfortable life for your child to lay back and kick up. Children are not supposed to be laid back with their feet kicked up. They're supposed to be learning and working on a day-to-day freaking basis. Y'all want to create Prince Hakeems and they growing up to be goddamn YNs popping y'all in the back of the head. This is exactly what I'm talking about. We cannot sit up here and try to befriend and make a life for these children, especially when 99% of them don't deserve it. They don't do shit to deserve 99% of the shit y'all doing for them. So then when they get to 14, 15, 16, 17, now y'all can't do nothing with them and y'all won't come to the internet with us. But when I'm telling you at 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, you need to implement the discipline, then y'all telling me you can't do that. I'm not beating my children. Typical. Good. We so caught up on not getting our ass whooped. We so caught up on not being our mamas, it's fucking us. And we still haven't caught on yet. We so caught up on not being our mamas and our daddies, it's causing our children to hate us. Y'all ain't caught on to that yet? A lot of children don't like their parents. A lot of children can't stand their parents. Y'all don't want to talk about that though. Nobody want to have that conversation. There are so many Black American children who hate their mamas and their daddies. That ain't our culture. We've always loved our mamas and our daddies, even through the bullshit. But now, with social media, the influence of all of this, we got children who literally hate their mamas and daddies. They're going to kill y'all next. Watch. That's the only next thing they can do is go to unaliving Black American parents. They already don't like you. And you out there working your ass off, providing new shoes, new cars, clothes, taking them on trips. I'm talking about gifting these little bastards with shit they don't even deserve. All because, number one, you want to stunt for the gram. Let's talk about it. You're doing most of this shit to shit on other people. And then number two, because you want to be the friend of your child. Well, look where we are today. Children don't like their parents. That is not our culture, bro. But we done raised a whole generation of babies that hate the ladies that make the babies. And Tupac said that in the 90s. Because if we don't, we'll have a race of babies that'll hate the ladies that make the babies. Come on, man.
Get good grades. Come home at a decent hour and do right by your siblings. I let his girlfriend come over. Any girl that want to come over so he can feel comfortable. His friends come over. Let him hang out.
What did I just tell y'all? I didn't even listen to this whole video. Get the little girl up here. What did I just tell y'all?
I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all niggas.
And the worst part is the average Black American parent doing the exact same thing she's saying. So most people can't even judge her because the average Black American parent doing the exact same thing. Not giving them no rules, not telling them he have a curfew. Girlfriend could come sleep over, running in and out the house, be grown at 12. The most of us is doing it. We haven't caught on yet. We have not caught on yet. When the government, they already influenced by this here internet. See when that AI getting them churn head and say, go pop your mama. Pick up that blicky and go watch. And you're not going to be able to sue AI and your churn going to get off. Watch! I know what I'm looking at. I can see it as close as I can see my hand right here. Watch! What's the name of that movie, that little girl? Megan? Yay. It's coming. We spoke about it on the channel before. It's coming. Until Black Americans take the reins of their children and stop trying to be friends, this is coming. I'm telling you. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you.
I support him. I buy him shit. I make him feel like he's a young man. And then you turn around on me and say, I'm the problem. I'm doing too much. I'm overly stepping motherhood. I'm overstepping parenthood. You need to this. You need to that. This what the fuck these kids grow up and do. This what the fuck they do. This the second one. I am tired of fighting to give my kids the love that I give them, the support, the care, the only. It is bad. You want good for your kids, and they don't see that shit. They don't see it. But another fucking woman that didn't have shit to do with you because you dated her fucking daughter have so much, so many opinions, so much advice. You don't listen to your own fucking mother.
Nope.
Your mother. I'm your mother.
He don't care.
This is why I'm tired. I am tired. And then the stepdaddy calling me, trying to make a difference. That's my son. I'm fighting for my son.
Black America, I love y'all. Until we change the behavior, we will forever be right here. Because at the end of the day, we are creating this monster. Y'all still trying to be friends with y'all kids. I remember back in the day when I was growing up, I remember when Jordans first came out. And I remember every time a new pair of Jordan drops, certain kids in school got the new Jordans. My mama didn't play that stupid ass shit. You ain't getting that shit. My mom used to tell us, I'm not spending no $100 on no tennis shoes. And you know what? At the time when I was young, I hated it. Oh man, I got to wear these shoes. I only got 2 pairs of shoes per year. I got a pair for the first beginning of school and a pair for Christmas. That was my 2 for the year. for the year. A pep starting for school and a pep for Christmas. I used to get ripped off them old ass shoes. I thank God my mama did that to me. Because everybody I went to school with who had the new shoes are bums. Can't make it. And that's just on having new shoes. The point I'm making is this. We so caught up on not repeating what our parents did to where it has completely hindered us, Black America. You are not your child's friend, and you are not here to give them paradise on earth. They are here to work for their own paradise, just like you did. Now, yeah, it's okay to say my mama used to do this and I don't like that, so I'm going to take that out of my parenting. But she did do this and it helped me. I'm going to implement that to my parenting. That is what we should have been doing. But instead, we got overly emotional. We let the internet control us and tell us what to think. And now we hate our parents, and then we crying because our children hate us. I'm on the internet all the time. All buku people in my age group talk about how they hate their mamas and their daddies. Now y'all wondering why y'all crying because y'all children hate y'all? Hate begets hate. And this is all socially engineered by the internet. The internet literally have all of this happening. What I'm telling y'all with the young children, a level of discipline has to be implemented. It has to. I don't give a damn if you make them go sit in the corner. A level of discipline has to be implemented, because if you do not, your children already hate you. Let's be real. Most of y'all who love y'all children, my broke best friend, they tell their friends out and they co-workers and the people they go to school with, they hate you. All of the great things you do for these children, you literally set them up to hate you. And you sitting up there pulling your hair out crying because you don't understand. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You are literally setting your child up to hate you. They're going to resent you for all of these things that you're doing. And you still haven't caught on yet. My heart goes out to the lady, partially. I ain't going to lie, partially. Because if I would have went to her and said it's because you did X, Y, and Z, she'll probably cuss me out. That's why I say partially. Because you can't tell y'all nothing. Y'all got it. You can't tell y'all nothing. But every time I turn around, y'all on the internet crying about what your child did. I'm of confusion. I am of serious confusion. I'm saying all that to say this, Black America, the way we've been doing it is wrong. And I don't want to hear, oh, but if we hit our children, the police, that's because you want to hit them at 13. Now, I'm not promoting nobody to beat their kids. That's not what I'm doing. But what I'm saying is you don't implement discipline at 12 and 13. You started at the womb. You started in the womb, coming up out of there. And discipline don't always mean popping somebody. It just means you have to discipline your children in a way of, hey, certain things require or not require. Certain things warrants certain responses and outcomes. See, y'all done got into the trophy area where everybody get a trophy. No, sometimes you lose, nigga. Sometimes you're going to fall and skin your knee. Sometimes you're not going to be the one on top. Sometimes you're going to be on bottom. You're going to take L's. Y'all don't like to tell that to y'all children. So y'all go to give, right? And then they resent. And like Tupac said, and in that case, we're going to have a race of babies that hate the ladies that make the babies. We're here. Prophet Tupac, we are here. Our children hate us. And you sitting up there scratching your head trying to figure out why. Child, I feel bad for y'all. I Sketch, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, Boo, look up Young QC story and see what he did to his mama. Who is Young QC? Let's go find him. Thank you for the super chat, young sweetheart. Hold on, let me see who is Young QC. Young QC. He from Chicago? Thank you, iSketch. I just found it. Ooh.
Unalived his mother for insurance money. Common A. Wilson, aka Young QC. Young QC's mother was a successful entrepreneur who ran a beauty salon in Chicago. He was the only child, so he would be spoiled with gifts and everything he wanted, including the latest Mustang. All that she did for him wasn't enough. He wanted clout and more money, so he would do the unthinkable. QC would have his homie sneak inside the house at early morning hours and kill his mom to make it seem like it was a gone wrong. Now, people would notice how he wasn't showing any emotion at his mom's funeral and was acting strange.
My mother, she was a neighborhood woman. A guy entered her home, you know, and just to steal.
Not even 48 hours after the QC would go to the bank and withdraw all his mother's money. He would start flexing on IG, spending loads of cash on designer, and even make it rain on his so-called fans. He was helping people pay their bills and even doing giveaways. The police would finally end up catching on and arrest him. He was sentenced to 99 years in prison. Do y'all think he deserved to catch the chair instead? The Chicago rapper that unalived his mother for insurance.
What happens is you got the social media influence on these children who are already telling them disparaging things. If you don't have a mother or a father or a home life to balance that and to correct those things, you leave the child's mind solely up to the internet. And if the internet is preaching floss, clout, money, floss, clout, money, Instagram, cars, make it rain. If that's all that's being pushed in the brain of your child, then guess what your child is going to do? Want that more than anything. And they don't mind sacrificing you for it. You're already working against the internet when you're dealing with raising kids. To leave their minds idle for the internet and everything else to be put in there, that's why you get these results. Because you over here being a friend, buying clothes, doing this. You see what I'm saying? Y'all over here being a friend instead of combating the enemy that's over there in your child's mind. I'm saying all that to say this. You can't be your child friend. All y'all, my broke best friend, that's going to be the best friend that pop you upside the head. Said what I said. Y'all different from me. Let me have another child. See, I'm 43. I don't think I'm having no more kids. But if I did, let me have another child. I'll show y'all. If you started early, they won't even have an option to call 911 because that fear already be in them. I ain't playing. Said what I said. My child will be disciplined. I disciplined the one before it. And if I had another one, he or she would be disciplined. Said what I said. I don't know. I'm not like y'all. You know what it remind me of? That lady or that black lady who had that autistic son. Remember the first lady had her son on there whipping her ass, talking about he got autism. She ducked, and that other black lady who had the son with the autism, and he went to pick something up. She said, pick that motherfucker up. I wish you would. And that child put it down. I'm the second mama. I ain't got to put on live how I'm doing this, that, and the third. But you gonna know discipline is disciplining by the way the conversation go and the way the interaction go. I'm the second mama. I'll be damned if I live in my house and I got to worry about my child running me and popping me in. I'll be damned. I'll be damned. Shitting me. Let's move on. Let's move on. Girl, I wish I would. Behind a child that I shitted out. Oh, yeah. Y'all different than me. Way different. I'll be damned if I'm running them up, ducking and hiding in my house, scared and crying and going live. I wish the mother I would. I wish I would. Smiling in the mugshot. The fuck? Yeah. I'm different from y'all. Now, I want to move on. Let's get into culture vultures in Asia. How about that? Now, y'all, we getting into the educational piece of this thing. Let me just say this. Before we get into let's get into it. So I've spoken about how we're basically the most copied people, right? And if y'all know why I say that, it is because I understand that we are the progenitors of the earth and the world, right? Now everybody eats off of us, and I really want us to understand exactly what I mean when I say this. The enemy has found a way for us to be the driving force of the world without us reaping the benefits of it. So basically, we perform everything. This is why social media is great for them. We get to come on social media, be ourselves, and all of these clones with no personality and no origin, they get to come on here and watch us do what we do, and then they reap all of the benefits. We got to understand this. Now, in America, we see most of the people who copy and steal from us because they literally copy and steal from us and do it to us. But in Asia, especially in Japan, in Asia, they have perfected the art of copying us, but keeping it to themselves. So what they're doing is they online watching us, taking notes. Oh, music video. Oh, how did they say? They watching, taking notes of everything, and then they go back and recreate it for themselves to other Asians. And they get to make millions and trillions of dollars. Now, this is the worst part. They're copying people who getting paid little, if not anything, to nothing to do it. So while you on here, and myself included, being ourselves, is some Asian or some other foreigner somewhere taking notes, and they're going to go on the internet and they're going to make more money and get more leeway than me. This is what this whole internet thing is all about. Black America, you are here to fuel it while everybody else reap the benefits. So why is this important? Them Asians, y'all ever heard of K-pop? All K-pop is a bunch of Asians recreating our music and saying that it's K-pop. That's all it is. They taking, I'm talking about word for word, bar for bar, lyric for lyric, even the sound. They take every single thing that we do and then they put a new name on it and sell it to themselves. So we don't ever get to see it. We over here just worried about the white people cosplaying and the Nigerians cosplaying, but nobody's paying attention to the millions of Asians over there that's been cosplaying and making hella money doing it. And we gonna talk about it. Now, I've spoken about this before, and I told y'all them Asians have found a way to do it to where we don't know about it, but we need to be paying attention. This Asian girl did a video, and she's gonna expose exactly what I was saying, y'all. And this is an Asian. This is another Asian girl. Let's get into what she's saying because she's right. Y'all like the video.
K-pop steals from Black culture, and I said what I said. Y'all know I love bringing receipts, so let's get straight into it.
My pants below, create, explore, expand, concord. I came, I saw, I came, I saw.
We all know that what that's from. Let me turn. I don't want to get a copyright. So you see them copying Rihanna, Biggie, everybody.
That I want to say this very clearly. It never hurts to give credit where it's due. Refusing to acknowledge Black influence in K-pop is honestly a disservice to the legendary Black artists who helped pave the way and shaped music as a whole for what it is now. Before K-pop existed, during and after the Korean War, Korean musicians were heavily exposed to Black American music. Through U.S. military bases in South Korea, they performed covers of soul, funk, jazz, R&B, and hip-hop for American soldiers stationed there. That foundation later evolved into modern K-pop. Then in the 1990s, Joce and Boys was widely known as the first modern K-pop group. They incorporated hip-hop, R&B, rap, and new jack swing. Genres pioneered by Black artists and producers like Teddy Riley, Bobby Brown, and Belle Biv DeVoe, a subgroup unit from New Edition. And let's be honest, without Michael Jackson, K-pop as we know it now would never exist. From synchronized choreography, extravagant stage outfits, concept eras, idol training systems, light sticks, and so much more, his influence is everywhere. Countless idols and companies openly credit Michael Jackson as the inspiration and blueprint. Even early K-pop idols covered Black artists like Michael Jackson, of course, Beyonce, Neo, Alicia Keys, and so much more. Gained traction and recognition. Even even entertainment labels were inspired by black music culture. SM Town itself was inspired and named after Motown. And even JYP's headquarters, the records of black artists, and openly talked about musicians that inspired him, like Michael Jackson, Prince, and Bobby Brown. Black creatives also directly helped globalize K-pop. Black producers, choreographers, and songwriters continue working with K-pop companies today because black artists have consistently been trendsetters across global music. So the issue isn't whether black influence exists in K-pop, because the history is literally documented and nobody can say otherwise. The issue is that some fans continue denying, downplaying, or discrediting black people's impact on K-pop, while simultaneously doubling down and being racist toward black people when they're corrected on that history. And that's exactly why cultural appropriation continues happening in K-pop. You cannot profit off black culture while disrespecting black people at the same time. I want to end this video with a comment that perfectly sums it up. Acknowledging the origin would only make them feel bad for not coming up with it themselves. Denial is better for the ignorant.
So what black Americans don't pay attention to and don't know is they have $1 trillion industry over there, and all they doing is quietly watching us. And yes, they hate us. Everybody hates us because they ain't us. Duh. They don't have to like us to steal from us. And no, they would never get on here and say that the influence comes from us. They'd rather triple down and say that it came out of the sky. These are Cabbage Patch Kids, by the way. These ain't even the real Koreans. These ain't the real Japanese. And these ain't the real Asians. These are all Cabbage Patch Kids. See, one way you can learn who the clones are, they don't have their own personalities. They don't have their own origins. Everything they do, they attaching and chameleon and trying to change into something else. That's how you know who the clones are. Nothing about them is original. And the fact of the matter is, we got a lot of us, because somebody wrote it in the comments too. The reason that they're capable of doing this is because of the ones of us. They say Teddy Riley been over there selling stuff. Not only him, Timberland, a lot of them. When y'all was over there clapping for Meg over there, Atisa, Tatiwa, whatever the fuck she was over there saying, y'all was over there clapping down. And I told y'all, she's literally over there giving them y'all shit. One song, all it takes is a catchy beat, whatever the fuck that rabbit was over there saying, and y'all were losing your mind. Y'all don't even know how you helped them to steal your shit. Y'all don't even know. Y'all blaming Pharrell and Timberland, but y'all helping them too. Nobody gatekeeping nothing. Everybody clapping. Soon as somebody that ain't black perform black culture, here go y'all. He's so cute. Well, I just think it's not. No, you helping them steal too. They will never come out and say that we helped them make it. Because if they do, then it has to acknowledge that we are here and they are there. These is a bunch of clone babies. OTSTO said that song was fire too. That's why it was fire. So that you can hear it and not pay attention to what it is you're absolutely doing. See, we don't look at the Asians because they off in the corner doing it by themselves. But what I'm telling you is, just like everybody else around here stealing, I told you we're in the Truman Show, Black America. We're in the Truman Show. We are Truman. It's one big joke and literally everybody is in on it, even some of us. We help them to do it through our ignorance. This is why knowing who you are is extremely important. But I wanted to bring this to y'all because this Asian, she looked like she have a little white in her. But this Asian girl right here is literally on here giving you the tea of what's really going on. And so many of our quote unquote pioneers that y'all love down, you can't say nothing about. Soon as y'all find out one of your faves was over there selling it, oh, but that's different. No, it's not. You, with your love and your lust for these people and these celebrities, you are helping the celebrity to steal and send it to them. Now, these specific celebrities like your Pharrells and your Timberlands, they gonna make good money. But while we receive the back end of it, which is nothing. I'm saying all that to say, Black America, you being stolen from a lot of places and a lot of people. More people that you hadn't even opened your eyes to see yet. But what I will say is this. At the end of the day, until we wake up and see exactly what's happening in the world, we will forever be in this situation. Peter Royale said, my daughter loves K-pop. We shouldn't even be listening to that shit. If you know, it's kind of like somebody coming to your house and stealing your car. And then waiting some time and then coming back and letting you borrow it. That's exactly what that sounds like to me. But I get it. Most of us don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. They just advertise it to us as something new, but it's our shit. We literally are helping to promote our shit that they stole from us. Literally. That's all it is. They say Teddy Riley is a tether. He probably is. He probably is. It wouldn't surprise me, but it ain't just tethers. It's Black Americans doing this shit too. Remember, the original pioneers, the Black Americans, they the ones sold it out first. See, we got to talk about treason. We was the ones sold it out. Yeah, they got tethers that was in there mixed in, but it was us. It was us. And we gotta take the lick on that. It was us. We sold ourselves out. No, it wasn't me specifically, but it was people, my kind, or I ain't gonna say my kind, but people who are Black American is the ones who sold it out. Now let's move on. Yeah, K-pop been stealing from us. The whole K-pop is a big thief. K-pop is one big thievery that stole from us. That's the whole system is. We shouldn't be listening to none of that shit. And we shouldn't be around here promoting that shit neither. Let them Asians deal with it on their own. But I tell you what, though, they really want us to, they really don't want us to know what's really happening. They really don't want us to know what's really happening, but it's getting to be too late. Now, I want to talk about cars, y'all. Did y'all hear about, y'all know I tell y'all, I don't really care about new cars. I don't like how the car drives for you and all that stuff. Plus, we already know that these new cars are shit. They're trash. They really are. I'm not a fan of new cars. I don't have a brand new car, and I don't give a damn about a new car. My car work, and I'm going to ride that bitch till all four of the wheels fall off. Yeah, I'm not pulling up in no brand new Benz. I'm not pulling up in no brand new nothing. I don't have nothing brand new, bitch. Nothing on me is brand new. Now, I don't give a damn, okay? Now, what's happening is the motor industry, right? The motor industry has been suffering because, number one, cars are hella expensive. But it's been suffering because we not buying them, right? Now, all the new cars are coming standard with these GPSs and these systems that literally drive the car for you. That's what all the new cars are coming standard for. I don't know if y'all remember Elon Musk, Trump had backed down or stopped one of his bills that he was proposing to make everybody get electric cars. And Elon was like, hell no. Okay, not Elon. Trump was like, hell no. And he stopped it. But either way, all the new cars that are being built now have the same technology in them, even though they're not electric control. The car switch the lanes for you, or when you want to switch lane, they tell you can't. Because I rent cars all the time. I don't put the blanket over the car. I go to get over the car, push me back over. I was in a Suburban this weekend in New Orleans, and the car stopped. I'm talking about because it saw something behind me that wasn't there. This is about control. I tell y'all all the time, convenience is going to kill us all. Y'all so busy worried about, it's self-drive, or it's self-park, or it do this for me. That shit is going to kill us all. That's the carrot they dangle to get you to go get the shit. Okay? Now, more people, because number one, they can't afford these new cars, aren't buying them. But number two, a lot of people are picking up on what's really happening, and they like, nah, I'm gonna stick to my older cars. And you don't think the powers that be ain't seeing this? They got research and development departments that's over here looking at trending numbers, how the numbers are probably trending down now versus in the past. And they're realizing it's not just because people don't have money. People are catching on. So what is the government or the powers that we're gonna do? make it to where you have to buy those cars. So what they're doing now is older cars, they're not going to refinance. They are not refurbishing old parts, nor are they going to create the old parts. So what do I mean by that? Say you got a 2010. Let's say you got a 2010 that don't have none of these computer chips and all this other shit, or 2001. Now they're going to shut down the manufacturers who make the parts for your cars so that you are forced to buy the newer cars. Now, let me say this. They are going to make these cars more affordable because they need everybody to have them. So y'all, it's going to be a time where y'all could go get brand new BMWs and Mercedes and all that shit, and they're going to be for low ass prices. And y'all going to be like, what? And everybody going to be like, this is crazy. I went and got this brand new Suburban. It used to be $150,000, but I got it for $60,000. That's part of the plan. They need everybody in them new cars. Now, y'all remember the movie Leave the World Behind? Put a 3 in the chat if y'all saw the movie Leave the World Behind. We saw on those Teslas that those were self-driving cars, and those cars were running into each other. We saw, they say it was because of the other system was hacked and all of this shit, but that's bullshit. That is what is coming, okay? We already know that these cars are malfunctioning like crazy. Waymos ain't working. All this shit is popping off like crazy. They need everybody in these brand new cars so that they can have all the control in the world. And they say the new cars can literally scan you up and down. They taking all kind of video footage of you and everything. And if the car feel like it don't want to go because you might have had one too many, or the car feel like it don't like the way that you walked up to the car ain't gonna go. It is about control. It is about control. It is about control. And for everybody looking for convenience, you going first because they're going to trap you in with the convenience. Okay. Now I want to show y'all this video. I want to show y'all this video of what they're planning to do about older cars. Remember, the whole problem or the whole point is to make it to where you can't buy older cars and you are forced to have to get the newer ones. Remember that. Let's get into it.
Holy smokes, you're not going to believe this, but
so they're saying that everything in this country is unaffordable, and they're saying that more Americans are driving older vehicles for a long period of time, and that's actually hurting America. So guess what they're doing? Everyone that has an old vehicle and you think you're going to be able to hold on to that car for a very, very long time because things are too expensive, the parts dealership, the main part supplier for older vehicles, they're going bankrupt. Then there's been mysterious fires at these junkyards. 3 mysterious fires at junkyards, burning down the junkyards. And then you guys have new technology that they want on every vehicle that will look at your eyes, look at the way you're walking. And if it doesn't like what it sees, it won't start. So if they can get everyone out of these old vehicles, get you guys into the new vehicles with technology where they can shut the car down if they want to, it makes America safer, but it also saves the auto industry because nobody's buying vehicles and they still have new cars from 2023 that they weren't able to sell. I'm out.
All right. Now, why is this important? Number one, this is about money first. Well, I ain't gonna say first, but one of the main things this is about is money. These car industries are not selling cars, and they haven't been for years. I remember in 2026. I want to say about 3-4 years ago, I remember meeting this dude who worked at a car dealership, and he told me how they had over inventory. They had too many cars that they normally they put the price down on the year prior, and they get the brand new inventory in. He told me that because they hadn't sold enough of the older cars, that the dealership was trying to figure out what they were going to do as far as overhead, because they had a crap ton of cars still on the lot that wasn't sold. See, they project per year, and they fiscal year, because we're talking about money. They project every fiscal year how much money need to be spent and how much money should be made. And what happens is they use numbers from the past to project the future. And what they saw back then was, hey, the numbers are dwindling. And if we continue at this rate, this is where it's going to go. So these industries are now trying to force your hand to buy these cars. Now, they're going to take losses because they're not going to get the asking prices that they want. And these new cars are trash. They just are. They look beautiful, but they are literal tin cans. Okay. However, now they need to make their money back and they need to complete the agenda of getting you into these controlled vehicles. Okay. Y'all talk about worrying about getting pulled over by the police. The car gonna call the police. You ain't gonna have to worry about if the police gonna see you smoking in the car. The car gonna rat on you. The car is going to do everything. The police sitting on side. The car going to give you the ticket. You ain't got to worry about getting pulled over. The car is going to give you the ticket. You see what I'm saying? That's where they're trying to get you. They're trying to get everybody under this control system with these vehicles so that they can have 100% control over every single thing that you do. You're not going to have to worry about all these external things. The car's going to do everything that you worry about externally. So you can go out and have dinner with your family and have one drink. The car will watch you. I'm clumsy. I'm going to tell you like this. I'm clumsy, right? And when I say I'm clumsy, yeah, I'll trip and fall off of nothing. I've always been that way. Everything falls out of my hands. I'm clumsy. So if I'm walking up to my vehicle, let's say I didn't have a drink, but I'm walking up to the vehicle and they see me trip over my own foot because I do look up stupid. I do stupid shit like that. It might deem me to be unfit to drive the car and say I can't get in the car. That's where we're going. With that being said, that's what this is all about. So them not remaking these parts is going to force you, because you're not going to be able to fix your car. It's going to force you to have to buy a new car. This is why it is very imperative that y'all find y'all a shade tree mechanic. Now, even though mechanics don't make parts, what's going to happen is Black America, if we don't start making and refurbishing our own parts, we're screwed. And we have the ability to do that. We have Black Americans right now who can literally create car parts, who can refurbish car parts. I'm talking about our family, our cousins, our brothers, and we not even putting a lot of stock into those skills. We so busy worried about graduating from college and getting 10 degrees and being on social media. We are not curating the things that we're going to need for the future, like actual mechanics, because they're going to force us to go to these places, and you already know how that's going to go. We got to get back to curating the everyday person, because those are going to be the people who save our lives. See that everyday person, that person who know how to work with their hands, they're going to be the richest, the most free. They're going to have the most of all things. Those people who the trades, the people who got the trades and all, them people going to eat good in this new system. See everybody else that's just going to work, making the money and trying to keep their head down, you're going to be a slave. I'm telling you now. All the unconventional people who we all, he work on cars, that nigga gonna be richer than a dog. Do you hear me? He over there growing watermelons. All he want to do is stay outside in the heat. That nigga gonna be lit. All she want to do is do her kitchen. She gonna have all the money. You see what I'm saying? We got to get back to the minor things, the things that we look at that ain't important, because we so busy focused on this technology. That's gonna be the very shit put us in slavery. Y'all be careful. I still want me an old car, and when I get my old car, I'm gonna find me an old mechanic and an old person who been working with these cars and these parts. I said what I said. I don't want no new cars. I'm good. I rent them all the time, and I swear to God, I went to back up coming out of Triangle Deli. I went to back up and the car went boom on brakes so fast. I'm like, what the fuck? Because a car was coming up the street. The car thought that the car was right behind me and slammed on the brakes. Yeah, I hate them. I want me a truck so bad. Lord knows I do. But I don't like it. It's just like, no, let me drive the boat. I want to be like Kodak. Let me drive the boat, okay? Now, moving on, y'all get the likes up on the video. I'm telling y'all, them new cars, Ain't gonna be worth 2 dimes. Shoulder Shrug 9582. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I remember back in the 90s, the dancers from my high school went to South Korea to teach them how to do Chicago footwork. What? They're better than the Chicagoans now. Even when we went over there and taught them people how to fry chicken. What it is, the Philippines or the Koreans. When we were stationed over there, Black Americans were stationed over there heavy. And y'all saw through the video, the girl already told y'all about how they were taking our stuff when we were going over there being stationed in the military. Everything they did, everything that we did, they watched us like hawks. See, we don't understand the currency that we walk around carrying. Every Black American is walking currency. Even the ones you don't find no value in. Every single one of us are walking currency. And when they put us on social media, they made us to where everybody gets to pick and choose. And I want this, I'm gonna take that. Ooh, I like the way she talk, I'm gonna take that. Ooh, I like that song, I'm gonna take that. Ooh, I like the way she put her clothes together, let me take that. Everybody doing that. Everybody. Not every fucking body doing that. Ooh, I like the way he put, oh yeah, let me get that. Ooh, I like, everybody is doing it. I told y'all it's the Truman Show. I just told y'all that. Yeah. So to hear you say that your homegirl went back in the 90s to teach them how to do Chicago footwork, it wouldn't surprise me if the Koreans come back and say, oh yeah, we've been doing this. We created this. Y'all didn't. Because that's what they do after that. After they learn it and perfect it, then they come back and look us dead in the face as if we didn't teach it to them and it didn't come from us. Every single time. A tiger don't change his stripes and a leopard don't change his spots. Every single time they learn it, they perfect it, and then they look us dead in the face as if we full of shit and we don't know what we talking about. And this is our shit. That's how they look at us. They put a new name on it, just like K-pop. They put a new name on it and say, that's my shit. Every time. We ain't got tired yet, though. Thank you so much. Hey, it's Trey. Thank you for the super chat. Says, we said R&B was dead for years. The truth is the industry stopped investing in it. Yes, they are pushing this K-pop. Remember Jay put 500 mil on it? Oh, yeah. Not all of them big time celebrities went to putting all that money into K-pop because they had to. They puppets. They got to do what the people tell them to do. But yeah, I remember all of that. And everybody is eating while we over here struggling and surviving. And you know what's crazy? It's a hardworking artist, a hardworking Black American artist that can't get his shit off the ground. But it's somebody in the Philippines or Korea or Japan done went viral as fuck off his shit. Even me on here talking, I bet you it's a Korean me somewhere or a Japanese me somewhere, with earrings and all. I can put my neck on the chopping board. It's an Asian me somewhere talking like me, acting like me, all of that. And they lit wherever they at. And I'm over here with 55,000 subscribers. Love y'all. But I'm just saying, that's how it works. That's exactly how this thing works. And it only works if you are ignorant, meaning you don't know. Not to call you a name, just meaning your ignorance, meaning you don't understand what's going on. That's the only way this works. Y'all better get into this genealogy. Vappy Jones, thank you so much for the super chat. I ain't seen you in a minute. Hey, boo. How you doing? Thank you so much for the super chat, Vappy Jones 6224. I appreciate you. What you cooking? Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, hey, boo, love you down. I love your bag. Thank you so much. Thank you. I don't know if y'all know this, but I be paying attention to who be in here, yeah. If you new in here, I know off the cuff. And if you've been here before, I remember you. I pay attention to everything. I don't miss shit now. I might not know who you is, but if I see your name once, I know you when I see you again. I'll be noticing everybody. That's why I know this baby hadn't been, or at least hadn't sent the super chat. But thank you so much. You don't have to keep sending super chats. I just want you to know I pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Dimple Poppin', thank you so much for being a member for 18 months. Says, girl, my alternator went out and the car shut off in the middle of the road. People going 55 miles per hour and I almost got hit. I had to jump out and run to safety. Girl, been there, got the t-shirt. Girl, please. Done been there. Girl. Alternator done gave out. I remember I was coming up the high rise and the whole engine caught on fire. Girl, 9 months pregnant. I know exactly what you're talking about. And you know what's worse? People just ride past you as you struggle. People ride past you. Girl, done been there, wrote the script, got the t-shirt and the mug, girl. Done been there. When it come down, the cars done broke down on me. Done heard it all, done seen it all, done had it all happen. That's how I learned how to fix cars, because all the shit was wrong with mine. Yeah, girl, I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly where you are and where you've been, honey. Thank you for the super chat. Copper Wave 777. Thank you, beautiful, for the super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Miss Florida 0588. Thank you so much, beautiful, for the super chat. Now we got to move on into the rest of the commentary, girl. Yeah, I listen. I done had everything that could ever go wrong with a car. I done had it. I remember I hit that lady. It was a hit and run. God forgive me. But she was white and she had money. But I remember I hit that lady and not alternator, the antifreeze ran out of the radiator. Girl, the whole radiator was gone. I got my car home with the whole bumper dragging off that bitch. My daddy fixed the radiator and gave me some zip ties. Yes, he did. And ever since I would go around, every time I would drive after that, that bitch was hitting. You could hit a little. Y'all remember how it used to sound when you put a can on the back tire on your bike? How it'll sound like, girl, everywhere I go, you heard me coming, girl. You heard me coming. Just a ticking down to the ground. Because the way I zip tied the damn, the way I zip tied the bumper on that hole, it was hitting the tire. Then my daddy told me I had to fix it. He said, because it's going to tear up the tire. And then it tore up the tire. Listen, when it comes to the broken down cars, being broke down in the middle of the streets, I am the president. I'm not only a member, I am a client, girl. Listen to me and listen to me good. I done been stuck everywhere, girl. I done ran up a curb and the whole front of the car done came off. Wheels and everything. On my soul, God, I don't even cross my heart. But God could take my life if I'm lying. Girl, I went up a curb and the whole two front tires done came clean off the car. My daddy had to come get me, girl. Daddy, please. I don't know what happened. All I know is the car won't go. Girl got out the car. The tires was back here and the front of the car was up here. Girl. Listen, I done been in all of I done seen them all. Like I said, I got the t-shirt, girl. I done been there. I knew exactly where you at. Don't worry about it, fat. Just put your head down. It got to the point whenever my cars would break down, I just try to ease my way on out the way and hope I could get somebody to come get with a tow truck. And at the time, I ain't even had money for the tow truck. Lord, I would just ease on out the way, put my head down. Hopefully nobody saw me. You feel what I'm saying? And just mosey on out the way and hope the car make it. That's all I got. You see what I'm saying? Listen. Girl, listen, I got story time for days. I told y'all I used to sell cars for the auction, huh? A bunch of lemons and a bunch of refurbished titles, but still, I had to do what I had to do. It was after Katrina, and yeah, a time was had. We used to go right up here to not Greenville. We used to go to Greenville too, but Greenville. That's where we used to go buy them cars and run them back to New Orleans when I was living in Atlanta. Yeah, girl, I done been there. Let's move on. Let's move on. I done lived a million lives in this one right here. Oh yes, I was a car salesman and everything, girl. My own car was breaking down and couldn't work, and I still was slinging them bitches. Sure was. Refurbished titles and everything. You can't get no good insurance on it or nothing, but that bitch gonna ride. What's up? That all gonna ride? Nah. You can't get full coverage on it, but that bitch gonna get you from perm A to perm B. What's up? Watch out. Watch out, man. It was after Katrina. I had to do what I had to do. You see what I'm saying? That's called survival. It's survival. Oh, yeah, that's survival, girl. I had to do what I had to do. Now, let's move on. We got to get into these clones and these Cabbage Patch Kids. But before we get into that, let's get into Ghana trying to call us back home. Black America, you ain't no African. And that's why these Ghana people keep playing in your face. Because you keep running around here talking about you came off a slave ship, and that didn't happen, okay? Now, every year, or at least every so often, here come the Ghana people. We are so sorry for slavery. Black Americans, please accept my apology. My ancestors sold you, beat you, raped you, and we are sorry to the Black Americans. Please come home to Africa. They do this annually. Every time we turn around, they doing this. And this is a call to the ignorant, to the people who don't know. Because as long as y'all running around here hollering this Africa shit, the longer they gonna be around here telling you to come home. And that is not your home. You already home, duck, duck, goose. Okay? Now, here come Ghana. Y'all know, let me tell y'all this. My theory is this to Black Americans. Even if you believe we came off the boat from slavery, why would you return back to the people who sold you? Let's go back over the history of what they told us. Remember, they told us that it was a bunch of Africans who sold us into slavery. That's what they said. I know what they said. I paid very good attention in history class. I love history. I love they didn't call it history. What they called it, whatever they call. I love it. You know what I'm saying? They said that a bunch of Africans was going around. They enlisted them to come and kidnap us, and they were setting us off on the side of the ship. Hell, even the movies show you that. So my question to Black America is this. If this is what you know, then why would you go back to the people who sold you? Social studies. That's what they called it in school. Social studies. I love social studies. But this is a genuine question to Black America. If we are to believe what they told us in social studies, why would you logically want to go back to the people? Why would you even befriend the people who sold you into slavery? That's a different question. Anyway, I want to show y'all the video of this lady on here telling Black Americans to come back home to Ghana. This is a trap. Black America, I tell y'all, do your genealogy for a reason, because when you do your genealogy, you're going to be hard-pressed to find one African. Most of you won't find any. But for those of you who might, you be hard-pressed, maybe, possibly, for the less than 1% of you that might find one African. They're not going to be in your genealogy because you ain't from Africa. But let's get into the lady telling y'all to come on back home.
We continue to open our arms and invite all our brothers and sisters home. Ghana is your home. Africa is your home. We have our arms wide open, ready to welcome you home. Please take advantage.
Mind you, when you get to Ghana, they ain't there to welcome you for shit. They said they around there scamming people. The Black Americans that went over there to buy houses, they got scammed out of them. Most of the Black Americans get their ass over there and they be crying ready to come home. I just want to add that in.
Come home. Build a life in Ghana. You do not have to stay where you are not wanted forever. You have a choice, and Africa is waiting for you.
And I think about my efforts to bring all my people to Africa because I thought that place was the place that we would find our true freedom, happiness, peace, love, and support from the people who told us to come back. But when we went back, they just wanted our money.
Duh. Remember, the Ghanaians and the Nigerians are Cabbage Patch Kids. Y'all not even going back to the real Africans. Watch out, because now I'm about to get serious. Y'all not even, the Ghanaians and the Nigerians is a bunch of Cabbage Patch Kids, clones. Y'all not even dealing with the real Africans. Did y'all catch that? Y'all not even they not even the real Africans. They cosplayers. They placeholders. Don't let that go over your head.
Let me say that again. We were invited back to Africa to be in the motherland, to enjoy freedom and peace and love between our people. And when we got there, we were charged double and triple.
Oh, you don't say.
We were taken advantage of.
Let me tell y'all something. They indoctrinated you in school, in church, and all these different places to believe you're from Africa. That is a scam. You are not from Africa. You are from right here. And if you ain't do your genealogy, don't come over here trying to wrestle with me about it. Shut your ugly ass up, okay? Now, the fact of the matter is, because it has worked in the past on very few, but yet and still some of us, they are basically trying to get us to come over there and spend our money. And also, I believe I told y'all this before, a lot of y'all going over there getting y'all citizenship, y'all are giving up your rights here. This is all one big scheme that the Africans, not the Africans, that the Ghanaians and the Nigerians set up. This is a scam, y'all. You don't belong in Africa. And shout out to the people who believe it and went over there. But I'm pretty sure if they're honest with you, they'll tell you when they got there, nobody was there welcoming them with open arms saying, welcome home, my brother. That's not how that works. You got to keep in mind, the Ghanaians and the Nigerians not even wanted by other Africans. So why the fuck is y'all running over there? Get me up here. The Ghanaians and the Nigerians aren't even accepted by the other Africans. So what niggas is running over there for? Why is y'all running to Ghana in Nigeria when all the other Africans are kicking them out? This is a genuine question. All the other Africans are kicking them out. South Africa, kicking them out. Even other parts of North Africa, West Africa, kicking them out. And y'all going to run over there to them? The fact of the matter is this, Black America, you are already home. The propaganda to get you to believe that that is your home. Yeah, we're in the age of Aquarius. We are in the age of I know. And what I know is that most Black Americans, all of us are already home, but most of you have zero ties to that continent. Zero. Most of you, if not damn near all of you. But as long as you just continue to rely on the indoctrination of these systems and some people put in place, because there are a lot of people on the internet that tell y'all African and y'all had the slave trade and ethnogenesis and all of that. As long as you believe that, the more you'll be tied and confused with these damn clone babies. Because that's what they are. Clone babies. Just like them Asians I just told y'all about. Clone babies. That's exactly what they are. Stop going over there, bro. It's a trap. Every year they come on here to tell you to come home. That is to take your money. This is why most of them are trying to come over here. It makes no sense for them to tell you Africa is so peaceful and it's so lit, yet and still every single one of them are dying to get here. Use your logic, ma'am and sir. They got these clones and they enlisted them into tricking you. Do not fall for the banana in the tailpipe, Black America. You are already home. Africa is not your home. That's why when you carry your ass over there, they looking at you crazy and they over there scamming you and wanting to pop you upside the head. They know exactly who you are. You just don't know who you are. They know exactly who you are. It's just a matter of you knowing who you are. Yeah, it's a big ass destiny swap. It's a big ass destiny swap. That's why when you hear the Africans, I'm like, oh, we're more educated. Who is it typically? The Nigerians and the Ghanaians. It just is. Come on, now I done already showed y'all the receipts of how many Nigerians they dumped in here in the 60s and the 70s. It's all one big scam. Y'all just got to wake up to it. Let's move on. Let's move on. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe, y'all. They just want y'all money. They said a rapper is JT, the bigger figure. He brought people over to Africa. Y'all better stop that. Y'all better stop. Listen, stop following people. Listen, y'all got to listen to your own inner compass. Stop following everybody and listen to you. I forget though, a lot of people done lost the voice inside of their head. A lot of people have literally lost the voice inside of their head. They don't hear it no more. And that's huge. That's dangerous and it's huge. That is your higher conscious that you are literally getting rid of. Now, I want to get into the clones. And before we start off talking about the clones, remember I told y'all that these Cabbage Patch Kids was around here. I told y'all not only is the Clears clones, I told y'all them Africans is clones, them Hispanics be clones, all of these other people running around, not all, but most of the people that y'all see all the time are freaking clones. I know what I said. I was there when I said it. So here we are at the clone segment of this, and this Clear man, we talked about the orphan trains, we talked about the Cabbage Patch Kids, and for y'all who don't know about the orphan trains and the Cabbage Patch Kids, let me give you a brief synopsis. In the late 1800s and the early 1900s, the government realized that they needed to flood the world with new people. In the late 1800s and the early 1900s, the government, the powers that were, decided we needed to flood the world with brand new people. And they did that. Now, to most Americans, we all know about the Cabbage Patch Kids. That's the little doll baby that we had in the 80s, right? It was basically a doll that they told you was grown in a field in a cabbage patch, and it was supposed to be a real baby. It wasn't a real baby, but you're supposed to treat it as such. That was their way of telling us exactly what they were doing. Now, Cabbage Patch Kids didn't just come white. They came black, they came Asian, and they came Hispanic. Now, Black Americans, we are a part of a heritage or a lineage of people that are ancient. They told us that we came from Africa, but that's a lie. We are ancient beings. We have been here for thousands upon thousands of years, long before a cracker was even created, because all of them were created. Let's really be clear. But we are one of the oldest groups of people on this earth. The only way that they trick us into believing that we're not is by calling us humans and then putting these clones as humans as well, and then putting us next to them. But the fact of the matter is, we are completely different. Completely different. Okay? Now, why is this important? Because these clones have grown up to have children and grandchildren, and we are literally walking amongst the children and grandchildren of these clones. Remember, they were created in the late 1800s and the early 1900s in literal fields. They were literal babies. They put them in a petri dish in the lab, and then they brought them out to these fields and literally grew babies in a Cabbage Patch field. It's not just about what you saw on the TV show. It's not just about what you know in the toy. This is literally what happened. I need y'all to understand this. Okay? Now, once they created these babies, they shipped them all around the world using these orphan trains. For those of you who don't know what the orphan trains are, it's the train system that was literally designed to go pick these babies up out of these Cabbage Patch fields and ship them all over the world. Most of the Clears were shipped here to America. But while they were shipping Clears to America, they were shipping them Asians over there to Japan and China. That's why you got a whole bunch of them. They were shipping the Mexicans down to Mexico. That's why you got a whole bunch of them. They were shipping them Nigerians and them Ghana people all up in there. That's why you got them. They were shipping all kinds of people all over the world, Craig. Not the city, bitch. Not the country hole. The world, Craig. They were literally creating these things, these beings in labs, and then shipping them all over. And then these beings went and procreated with other humans, right? And some of us, even some of us, because guess what? They have real characteristics of human beings. So they look like humans, and they are humans. The problem is we are not humans. We're gods. But they made us believe we on the same playing field, right? So they shipped these people all around the world, and those people procreated and had babies and had other babies. And now we walk amongst them. You want to know how to know who they are? Ask them about their family lineage. typically they can't go past their grandmother. Depending on the age, great-grandmother. Then they'll say, oh, she was adopted. Cabbage Patch Kid. Oh, my great-grandfather, my grandfather. I don't remember. You know, I haven't gotten much information on him, but I do know that he was adopted. Cabbage Patch Kid. Because what they were doing was sending these children all across the world and having other people adopt them, just like the actual toy that you used to buy in the 80s. Remember in the 80s, you get the baby in the mail and it come with a birth certificate and you sign it and then you send it back, you get the name. That's the exact same thing that they were doing. Now, these people are the people that walk amongst us. They don't have a soul or a conscience. That's these people. They have a spirit, but they do not have a soul. Let me say this again. These people have spirits, but they do not possess souls. See, the soul is what connects you to source. These people lack souls. So think back. I need y'all to think back. Civil rights movement and all beyond before that. Remember how dark and nasty and evil these white people were? Remember hearing the stories about them being, what do you call them? Being carnivores and eating each other. That's because they weren't real beings. They were Cabbage Patch Kids. They lack the things that you lack. Remember, I'll give you another example. Remember in the 70s, I got soul. That was a big old thing. I got soul. I got soul. And I'm super bad. The only people who had soul back then was us because we were the only people with souls. That's why the white folks, it took so long and so hard for them to catch on to shit. Now, in 2026, because a lot of them have gotten smart, they'll procreate one generation and then wipe the generation out after that. So a lot of them have now started to possess, certain souls or fragments of a soul because they still part clone. But the fact of the matter is, we are walking amongst these people. We working with these people. Some of us are even sleeping with these people, and they are not real. These are Cabbage Patch Kids and descendants of Cabbage Patch Kids, and they not just white. They come in all colors, shapes, and sizes, just like the Cabbage Patch Kid. Whereas us, Black America, all we do is regenerate. That's why they say ashes to ashes, dust to dust. From ash, or how I go from ash you come to dust you shall return, because you're regenerating. All you're doing is recycling. Okay, now they have technology where they can do that too, but I'm talking about naturally. This is what you are doing. All these other folks, you wonder why they don't care. You wonder why they're so harsh and so mean. They are soulless beings and descendants of clones. Okay, now why is this important? I saw this video because I've been preaching this to y'all for a while. Who created the clones? Now that's a whole nother story. I've been telling y'all about this for a while though. And now this clear man who's a scientist came out, and I'm saying he's a scientist, but I don't know for a fact. But he is admitting, and look at the picture behind him. You see all them different color arms and hands? Because he's telling you the truth. Most of the people that we see and walk amongst now are clones. Now, y'all remember that movie, They Live? Y'all, somebody just told me to watch that movie last week, and I watched it. I got to watch it again. Okay, but that movie They Live, basically what it was is it was exposing a lot of the clones, the people who are not human beings. That's what the whole movie was about. And these clones, a lot of them know who they are, but a lot of them don't. Okay, so this is why when the man says this, watch how the people react. Somebody's gonna say, "Oh, this is racist." That's your emotions. This don't have nothing to do with being racist. It's the God's honest truth. You know, one of these videos I put up on TikTok is what got me banned because I said the Nigerians were cloned. They got me up out the paint. That's when I knew I was on to the truth. When I had already had some strikes, but when I put up that the Nigerians were clones, they got me out the paint. That's when I know for a fact what the fuck I'm talking about. Now, let's get into this clear man telling a whole bunch of clear people that they all clones.
So from the theory of there's so many clones coming into Europe, right? That would mean there's even potentially clones in this room right now. There must be so many.
80% of the Caucasian population.
80% of the Caucasian population are clones.
So let me say this. He's saying 80% of the Caucasian population, all of them are clones. Because white people were made in the lab altogether. Let's really be clear. It's just that some of them are older than the other ones, okay? The mass majority that you see today, we just talking about the clears. The mass majority that you see today are descendant of clones, but there are very few of them who can trace genealogy and their history back a little bit further. That don't make them human. It just means they older than the ones that's been here now, okay?
It's not about racism. No,
it's nothing to do with race.
Let me back it up. So from the theory of there's so many clones coming into Europe, right? That would mean there's even potentially clones in this room right now. There must be so many.
80% of the Caucasian population.
80% of the Caucasian population are clones. So it's not about racism.
No, it's nothing to do with race.
Is there any science? Is there any science that you could have a clone in your life, that you're in love with a clone? Like I know a lot of people say that they don't think, they don't have internal dialogue. Is there anything you've come across?
That's exactly what I was about to say. So Dolores Cannon did the work on this. So Benjamin Franklin also wrote about this, saying that there was a dire need to fill America with Caucasian people. So for whatever reason, they decided to do that. They say that there is no inner dialogue, and they called it whitewashing. But Dolores Cannon believed that 80% of the population that look like me can't trace their family tree back past really the 1800s with any accuracy, and we refer to them today as NPCs. Wow. She said they were soulless. I don't think anything living is soulless. I think we all have a connection. But it was called whitewashing, for want of a better expression. And it was to make out, and they did this at the World's Fairs and Expositions. They would have on display people from indigenous tribes, and they would bring children from Africa, put them on display, and they were labeled as primitive and savage.
Wow.
And this was specifically to dumb down and remove history. And this is connected to the Moors from Africa who built some of the most beautiful architecture in the world. They wanted.
Let me stop him here. You heard who he said is connected to the Moors. Now, a lot of Black Americans love to say that they are Moors, but if you are a Moor, what you're saying is you are the Black people from Africa that helped them colonize us and kill us and unalive us, because they the ones created this shit. When y'all up there hollering, oh, Moors, listen, let me tell you what the enemy does. He uses words interchangeably so that you think that one is the next. So they'll say, oh, it was the Moors from America, only because we have dark skin. Remember, calling somebody Moor was a way to describe their skin color. But in certain texts, they'll say, you are a Moor, you are a Moor. You are not a Moor. If you are, then you are an enemy. Because what we understand about the Moors, those are the Africans. Those are the Black people from Africa that was over there doing all of this shit. They one of the biggest reasons why we're here. Honestly, I believe they are the real enemies. I'm going to be real. Now, I know y'all been indoctrinated on this internet with this Moor shit, but these Moors been the ones helping these Africans, not the Black American. It was the Moors. The Moors helping them clears, I'm sorry, not us. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, he's going to tell you that the Moors helped them. They created all of this. They ain't create a motherfucking thing. That's a lie. We did that, but that's a whole nother story. Pay attention to what he's saying, because even when you think about the Yaqub theory, Yaqub, if y'all don't know, is supposed to be this mad scientist who's Black and created the white folks. That's a Moor. That's an African. All right. Let's get back into it.
From Africa, put them on display, and they were labeled as primitive and savage.
Wow.
And this was specifically to dumb down and remove history. And this is connected to the Moors from Africa who built some of the most beautiful architecture in the world.
So let me ask you a question. He said it was created to dumb down and is directly connected to the Moors. If y'all are Moors, then why would the Moors want us to be dumbed down? Listen to what he said again. He's literally telling you who's behind it.
They would have on display people from, it was called whitewashing, for want of a better expression. And it was to make out, and they did this at the World's Fairs and Expositions. They would have on display people from indigenous tribes, and they would bring children from Africa, put them on display, and they were labeled as primitive and savage.
Wow.
and this was specifically to dumb down and remove history. And this is connected to the Moors from Africa who built.
If the Moors are connected to the dumbing down of us, then I don't want nothing to do with the Moors. I know a lot of y'all, I know, but not the Moors, the Moors. That's the same shit, just spelled differently. That's not me. I've been hearing a lot of this Moor shit here recently. That is not my bag. And I'm telling you now, if you find a Moor in your genealogy, then come talk to me. Other than that, leave that shit alone, bro. He's telling you who they worked with. The Moors. The same Moors most niggas around here claiming to be. Y'all got to understand what's going on here.
Some of the most beautiful architecture in the world. They wanted everyone to consider them as primitive. And Tartaria was removed for a similar reason. So we would consider Moscow, Russia, to be behind, a little bit backward. And that was another part of it. So that's what happened. And what I'd suggest people do is watch the second film that Alice Guy produced, which is on YouTube. It's called Midwife to the Upper Classes, and you'll see an example there of where the middle class couple come to buy a baby.
He said midwife to the upper classes. I want to see that. He says on YouTube, midwife to the upper classes. That must have something to do with this. Listen, he's admitting what I've been telling y'all all this time. That first of all, I've been saying it because I've always looked at the clears that are here and said something is just off about them. You know what I'm saying? Even when you read about them in history and they behaviors and stuff, I always said something has been off about them. Well, it turns out it's because there are a lot of descendants of Cabbage Patch Kids. And now all these things are now starting to fall into place. Now it makes all the sense in the world. Now I understand why these people aren't people, why they lack certain not all, but a lot of them, why they lack certain not skills and traits, but certain attributes that I believe every average human should have, like compassion and love. You know what I'm saying? Remember, we talked about it all the time. Clear people don't even like their parents. Now they got niggas not liking their parents, but white people don't even like their parents for the most part. He's admitting what I've been telling y'all. They're clones. You're walking amongst them. They are everywhere. And most of the ones who are clones right now don't even know they clones. But the way you find out is this. Ask them about their lineage. That's all you got to do. Oh, who your granddaddy is. Oh, my granddaddy or my grandmother, so and so and so. Where they come from, who their parents is. See when they get to hollering, oh, well, I don't really know much about that. I do remember, I don't know. Clone, Cabbage Patch Kid. I'm telling you, that's because their great granddaddies and their granddaddies were the first of their kind. These are facts. I'm not being racist or nothing. I'm just telling you the facts. It's the truth. That the reason why they can't go back further than 2-3 generations is because that is the beginning of their generations. That's why they don't have no personalities. That's why they over here cosplaying you. That's why they over here trying to find identities using your names, because they don't have an origin to go to. Think about it. Most Africans you never see. The ones you see on the internet are the same ones. The people from Ghana, the ones from Nigeria. You might see a few from South Africa, but whenever you see them, they're over there at war. But the ones you see that are all in the Kool-Aid and don't know the flavor are the same ones. Think about it. I'm not making it up. Think about the Mexican population or the Hispanic population as a whole. For the Mexicans and Hispanics, they're copying off the culture of the black people that are already there. I told y'all Mexicans are clones. They are not real people. They don't have, they move in unison as a group. Most of the clones move in unison as a group as sheep because they don't have their own minds. Another thing the man said, they don't have an inner dialogue. Somebody say they don't show emotions when they lose someone. No, they lack that. That's part of being a clone. They lack that. Now, I saw this video by Rashad Jamal that I wanted to share. Now, Rashad Jamal is a little bit too inclusive for me. I ain't gonna lie. I loved what the brother was spitting, but he's too inclusive for me. He likes to talk. He likes to include everybody. That's not my bag. I don't include everybody because I don't believe everybody is included. Period, point blank. Now, I'm not saying he's wrong. I just don't believe everybody is included in everything. And I know they're not. But still, he's a very all-inclusive brother. But he did this video talking about how Black Americans are ancient beings. Y'all, let's get into this video. He is going to mention that other people are too. I can't speak on that, and I ain't speaking on that. He is going to hone in on how we're ancient beings and how we've been here before for thousands of years. Let's get into it, y'all. Get the likes up on the video. And shout out to the brother Rashad Jamal.
Shit. That's why they had to go to war with them. Deport their souls from the planet. But we back now. See those ancestors that they deported in the beginning? That's us that came back. We remember what they did to us. That's why we so full of rage. Indigo children. We started being born in the 1950s. All the way up to now. What they call blue crystal babies. Just different races of indigo children. But we are the ancient ones that were here in the beginning. That's why the youth or our generation has been so full of rage. And they knew we was coming, so that's why they put drugs in the community. STDs in the community. Crack in the community. Black exploitation period, they brought pimping in and made our women made it cool to be a hoe and a pimp in the 70s.
Yep.
They knew we was coming. So they had spells designed for us. They created the TV.
The internet.
Started tracking you. Came out with cell phone devices. Because they knew you were coming. Anybody, any soul here after 1950, you're indigo child. If you have carbon in your skin, that makes you a 9-ether being. Like I said, Sirius, that's headquarters. That means we 9 ethers. You hear me? 9 ether beings. They knew we was coming. They tried everything in their power to stop us from coming. Because after they took this from you, from your ancestors, they had from us, they had a spurt where they didn't have nothing to worry about. Because the souls that were coming were not the ancient ones.
Clones. Y'all heard that? See, you got to be able to put the two together. He said they wasn't worried about it because the souls that were coming wasn't ancient. These were new souls.
Where they didn't have nothing to worry about. Because the souls that were coming were not the ancient ones.
This is when they took the Cabbage Patch Kids. This is when they created them in the goddamn field and started taking them orphan trains and shipping them everywhere. They were, listen, also, I spoke about this before. Do y'all know that white people in America delineated from the white people coming off them boats? And off that whole Ellis Island and shit? And them orphan trains. The white people that were already here, the very few that were here, had delineated, put it in the paper. We are not them and they are not us. As a matter of fact, the white people who were here were saying that they shouldn't be classified as white. Because they knew that this new wave of people that they were putting into the world were clones. They were not real. This is what Rashad Jamal is saying when he said the new ones that came in were not ancient, meaning they're not old, which means they're new. That's them clones that we just talked about.
The ancient ones have returned. All of you, ancient ones, spiritual assassins. From 1950 all the way through that whole window. Every day, every second these souls coming in here, these all indigo. We started coming in 1950. In 1930, they were able to track us with their sonar radars, seeing all this activity in the sky behind the firmament. They're like, boy, these motherfuckers coming in droves. So what they do, they created the FBI. J. Edgar Hoover. They seen us coming in 1930. In 1950, we was here. Walking in and all. Why you think in the 60s, we had that whole shift in consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
They called it the Civil Rights Movement.
Which was a scam. Another trick bag.
We are everything.
Shout out to the brother Rashad Jamal. He spit a lot of knowledge on this subject. And it all ties into one another. You got to keep in mind, Black America, having a soul is a privilege, right? I don't think most of us understand that. Actually being able to hear the voice inside of your head, that's a privilege in 2026. Because the average person walking around don't have a conscience or a soul. And for those of us who are born with souls and consciousness, we are losing it following the social media. A lot of us, I ain't gonna say most, but a lot of us have stopped hearing the voices in our head because we rely totally and 100% on the internet externally to give us direction. This is another way for them to siphon your soul. We talk about selling souls all the time, but a lot of us don't realize how we put our own souls up for sale when we take everything that we should be doing internally and we look externally for the answers. Everything you have is inside of you. When the brother said in the 70s, the revolution would not be televised, it meant because it's supposed to happen in here. Now, this is why this is important. These clones, a lot of these clears and these other babies, they don't have the ability to do what you can do. Most of you don't even know the abilities you can, the abilities of the things that you can do. Think about the movies X-Men and all of the Marvel movies. Those are your abilities. When Jesus walked the earth, he literally said, all these things that I can do, you can do too. He even went on to say that there are going to be people come after me, do greater things than I did. And when Rashad Jamal said that they knew about this in the 50s, and he said that the people coming the 50s and beyond were the indigo people, and they started this shit in the 30s, it all makes sense. J. Edgar Hoover's #1 primary was for a primary reason for being there was so that they can present what? A Black Messiah, not an African Messiah, not a melanated Messiah, but one of us. That was the whole purpose of the J. Edgar Hoover and all of that. To prevent the Black Messiah from coming. That's us. And they're not talking about one person. When they say prevent the Black Messiah, that's to prevent the awakening of you, the Messiah inside of you. That's why they got y'all loving on Jesus outside of you. Does that make sense? You love Jesus. I love Jesus. Y'all thinking about the clear man in the sky or even the nigga one with the dreads. The point is to silence the Messiah inside of you. Because that Jesus is inside of you. For all you Jesus freaks, he's literally inside of you. But it is to silence that Jesus or that Christ consciousness and make you go external to some other deity or source so that you can find it there. Just like the clones do, not because they want to, but because they have to. They don't have access to the Messiah, to the Most High, like you do. But as long as they trick you into believing you got to go sit inside somebody's building at church, or you got to go online and listen to somebody else tell you, or you got to go to somebody else to get the answers, that's the longer you'll be tricked into believing that you waiting on some Jesus or Sky Daddy to come from the sky. You have, Black America, you have an advantage so large over everybody in this world. And the only reason why you haven't been able to tap into it is because you haven't tapped into you. We are walking amongst clones. The Walking Dead is real and it's multi-layered. And we can look at it in many, many ways. We can say that these clones could be the zombies, or we can say people who are awakened to the fact that there even are clones are the only ones that awaken. However you want to put it, the point is this. You just have to be aware of who and what you are. Because when you pay attention to the people around you, you outside today, it's a whole beautiful day today. Start paying attention to the people around you. Start doing that. Start actually watching people. I told y'all the other day when I was in New Orleans, instead of walking around with the earbud in your ear 24/7, take 10 minutes and take that bitch out and walk around. Take 10 minutes. Don't listen to no music. Don't listen to no podcast. Take the earbuds out and just take 10 minutes and just walk. Just be. Just pay attention. Just watch. Just people, whatever you people watch, whatever you want to do. Take 10 minutes. It ain't 10, and if 10 minutes gonna kill you, you might need an intervention, okay? Take 10 minutes of your time to just be and watch what the world show you. Watch what the universe exposed to you. You see what I'm saying? The white man just admitted it. 80% of the white folks that we know is clones. Yes, that means if you work with white folks, it's a high likely probability that most of them are, because it's clones. All of them are clones. It's just that some of them are older than the other. Like I said, if you had white folks made earlier than the 1800s, and them the ones trying to act like they not clones. They clones too. They clones too. They definitely are clones too. However, if you pay attention, Black America, if y'all just pay attention to the things around you, the universe is screaming stuff at you. It's telling you everything you need to know. But the man just said it, that most of them people is clones, and we just gonna have to go with the move. With that being said, though, we at the end of the show, y'all. 2.5 hours, that ain't too bad. Yeah, definitely program Diva V Nails. Definitely program, but pay attention, man. If y'all just pay attention and look around you, watch. Somebody put it in the chat earlier. Somebody and my coworker's a clone. I know it. I know it. And if you think I'm lying, I'll give y'all homework today. Go to a clear person and ask them about their genealogy. Ask them about where they come from. They're going to tell you everything about their mama. Oh, yeah, they got a lot to say about that. Then, but ask a little further back. Say, hey, what about your grandparents? What you know about your grandparents? Oh, my grandmother is from Sicily, or my granddad is from Poland. Okay, so what do you know about them? What about their parents? See what? Oh, well, it's funny. I know my grandparents were adopted. Cabbage Patch Kid. Facts. That's y'all homework for the day. Watch how many people have that same. Not just white. Ask them Africans. Ask a Mexican. Ask an Asian. Y'all think I'm lying. Y'all think I'm making this shit up. Just ask. Just ask. You ain't got to say nothing about what you know. Just ask them about their grandparents and where they come from. And then you're going to know who you're dealing with. Okay? Harlem Scholar, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, Boo, I had to shut down a few fragile clears when I commented on a video about how do you say this? Benevolence of Black people. These clears fell apart because they couldn't believe my audacity. They can't take when you put it in their face. Of course not, because we supposed to be remaining ignorant. We supposed to still walk around with the blinders on like we don't know what the hell going on. See, when we begin to awaken, you'll get 2 responses from the clears. Thank you, Harlem Scholar. When you become awakened, this is the 2 responses you'll get. 1, you'll get the clears that'll be like, oh shit, they know. And then they'll start talking to you about what they know. 2, you'll get the ones who are in so much shock that how dare you know this, they'll just gaslight the fuck out of you and say, you don't know what you're talking about, and that's racist. Then they'll come up with all of that stuff. That's 2 different responses you're going to get. The ones who are going to be shocked and they're going to start spitting all the tea, and then the other ones who are going to gaslight the hell out you and tell you being racist. Please be mindful, they still all cut from the same cloth, okay? Let's never forget about that. TD, thank you so much for making it rain. You don't have to, but you do. Thank you so much, TD. I love you. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. I make it rain. I make it rain on them hoes. Thank you, TD. She says, I used to stop and use my towing insurance to help people. Not these days because people are dangerous. Sorry for you, but bye. Facts. And you got to make sure you safe before anybody. So I'm with you, TD. Thank you so much for making it rain as you always do. Thank you. I appreciate you, my love. And Miss Florida 0588, thank you so much for the super chat. Copper Wave 777, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm telling you, y'all want the homework? Ask somebody that ain't a Black American where they come from. You gonna start identifying the clones. With that being said, I love y'all. Take care of yourselves. Pay it forward. Don't pay it back. And I'll catch y'all later on the next one. Oh, before I get out of here, right now, the Dollhouse is suspended for 14 days. So we will be back live on this channel. Okay. Tonight, I want to discuss Tasha K. new job and Big Booty, not Judy. The whole Black Smoke and Super Scent drama and B. Marie, if that's her name. Anyway, I'll catch y'all later. Love y'all. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.